sure that they get a good crack at whoever wins out of today. So, but all credit to Reckless. They just stuck at it. They did what they did all year and stuck at it. And the big boys up forward took a few grabs and put them through, and that was the difference.
I think not that I know a lot of people haven't taken notice of the Tigers, but they haven't lost since round 7, including the final. So they haven't put a foot wrong. You can't say anything bad about them. They're going to take on Mildura next weekend at Blackbird Park, which is going to be an absolute ripper. So, but other than that, Ian and I will go back down Calder Highway. Yesterday, Pirate licked their wounds and try and regather and play the winner today.
Yeah, and you're right about the big boys up forward. They got 6 out of the 8. And had a few extra shots on top of that too. So if you can control those two, you got a bit of a chance. Reedy played pretty well yesterday, and we got our best players somewhere near the money for a change yesterday. Desi tipping Mantamuri was excellent, as was with the Tuifeo boys. I personally thought Vass was best, but that's fair enough. He was right up there. I thought Reckless were pretty good, and Ogan were pretty average.
Yeah.
It wasn't much of a game to watch at times, was it?
Third quarter, I reckon the third quarter is probably one of the worst.
Under 12 game.
It's the worst third quarter I've seen this year.
We put it down to the pressure, the tackling pressure and that, but it just wasn't going anywhere.
No, it was. So today's game, fellas, like Phil just said, we're back to where it all began on Good Friday, and South impressed the Sox office all that day, Pirate, and probably went to their bye without a loss and then fell in a bit of a hole, and they've come good at the right end and they've snuck in, and their form's not too bad, is it really?
Well, that's what they've done. They've snuck in. They don't lose when the 3 Nagel boys are out there. That's a fact that's been proven all year. So it should be a pretty good game today. Yeah, I hope it's got a bit more fire and brimstone than yesterday, really. But pretty evenly matched sides, really. Rimple are fairly confident without being overly confident. I know they'll sell a lot of frothies and pies here. That's one thing they'll do.
17 years now in a row they've made finals, football or Ripple. When's it run out, or does it run out? That's the question, isn't it?
Be about the opposite
for
South, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
they haven't been in for quite some time. I don't know, but not for a while.
No, Zach Mullen for our Rimples. I miss him down back. That defensive unit, Phil, as we've seen before.
Yeah, they do it really well, don't they? They played together a long time, a lot of those guys, and they set up so well, particularly here. They just know the ground, they know what other teams are trying to do, and they make it really hard to score.
Yeah, well, in no particular order, you got Luth, Brownbridge, Wade. It gets pretty hard in there. Ando, Cirillo. Yeah, it's I don't know if our Ripple's got enough goal kickers this afternoon, though, Pirate. You got Coughlin and Pezzaniti up there, and they're going to have to think their way into the forward line, because if they bomb it in high, Jackson, Nagel, Carpenter and Rhett Montgomery will have a field day, I reckon.
He's probably been waiting for a few supports to come back, Jackson. He's been fantastic the last sort of 6 or 8 weeks I've seen them, but having to do a lot of work behind the footy on his own, which he's good enough to do. So now he's, pretty close to a full side to pick from. I'm excited to see him go the other way today and use the footy moving forward a bit more.
I'd like to see him start Keener Wade up forward, to be honest with you. Or maybe start Riley Ward in a ruck and throw Mitch Christensen up centre forward and leave him there.
That's what I'd do.
I don't know if 2 avenues is enough, Phil. That's what I'd do my plan, Pirate, as well.
Oh, and how many times have we seen Coughlin and Pezzaniti do it here, though, in finals as well? So while they're up there, and like I said, they probably can't rely on them two today, but I'm sure at some point they'll both bob up.
Oh, yeah, look, if Dan Coughlin decided to wind it back a couple of years, South Mildura find themselves in trouble. I agree with Pirate, it's pretty evenly matched. It's going to be whoever wants it most on the day. It's what mothballs to the loser, isn't it? And at one stage, our Rimple were 1-6, I think, Phil. It's starting to wonder really early in the year. I don't think they can make it. So they've really only just got in as well, basically.
Yeah, they peak at the right time pretty consistently. They normally hit late August in pretty good nick, which they've done this year too, despite the loss to Redcliffe, which would have seen them play yesterday. It's probably feeling a little bit underdone coming off a loss, and no Wandon as well, and sort of throwing the team around a bit this year. They haven't had a lot of consistency.
Yeah, well, South have only lost once since round 12.
Yeah.
And Rimple have had 3 losses since round 12, including round 18. So South obviously going with a better form, but like we all know what Orientals like too, Pirate. You know what you're going to get a well-oiled, disciplined footy team that's been here in finals before. So
I don't know what James Tallick's done wrong. He wasn't the worst of them last time. We watched Oriental. Carter's out because he had a bit of
that yellow
indiscretion,
card.
and that he had a bit of something hanging over his head, so he's got copped a week. But didn't think James Tallick's got all the finals experience in the world too. He's played in bloody half a dozen grand finals, I think.
He's good footballer, so he's not injured.
Anyway, Milson and Phelan come in, which is, fair enough, but a bit stiff.
Will you reckon I'll play Billy Phelan this afternoon?
Oh, he's a backman, isn't he?
No,
I don't know.
He's played a bit forward.
Has he?
This year, yeah.
I want to see where Montgomery plays. There you go. Because he can play at both ends.
Yeah. Phelan played as a bit of a lead-up target here against Orion, I think it was, when they played, and did a good job. Does a good job everywhere he is. Good player.
Peter Lindsay became a swearhouse. Welcome to the broadcast. You haven't seen the three Nobles play together yet this season, have you?
No, I haven't, don't. We're very excited to see them play. I saw Jackson play, 3 weeks ago, and he was just sensational by himself. So when his two brothers join him, I think that'll be pretty exciting. I think that's where the game probably be decided will be South's defence, and like you were just saying, we just have to see how the Oriental forwards handle South defence. It's pretty dominant. So.
Well, Zach Wandon reckons they got a plan, so of course he wouldn't tell us what the plan might be.
He didn't give you that information to put out on air.
Well, I think he said something about let's kick more goals than the other mob. That might. But that's not a bad plan.
So I think it's going to be a great game. I really do. I think it'll be tight because loser goes home, and I don't think either of these sides want to do it. Probably coming in at the right time of the year into form. So looking forward to a very good game.
Yeah, South and Drew will be absolutely wrapped to get there, won't they? They've been a long time, and Zach Wandon did say they have a plan. I just think they're going to have to be patient with the footy and keep it out of the air and away from their big marking backmen. So
that might be what it is.
It would have to be. Pirate.
Keep it out of the air. They might go a bit wider, a bit more run.
Yep. Wait for your target, and I think it's a more interesting game of footy than yesterday, actually, in that regard. So. Should be a ripper. We're going to take our first break. We'll be back here shortly, live at Henshwood Oval.
Live footy, local voices, big moments. You're listening to River 1467's SFNL Match of the Day for the Gateway, the G, the place to be. On iHeartRadio. You can listen to more of what you love. More radio.
The best thing to see on your calendar for a weekend is nothing in the diary.
We sound so sad, don't we?
More music.
Welcome to the Hotel California.
More podcast.
Hello and welcome to She's on the Money, the podcast for millennials who want financial freedom.
And now, discover and create playlists for every mood and moment. Download iHeartRadio free from the App Store and listen to more of what you love.
iHeartRadio.
Harvey Norman 10% in bonus gift cards. This weekend only. Get 10% of your purchase price in Harvey Norman gift cards when you spend $500 or more on selected products. Bonus gift card can be used towards the purchase of TVs and audio, cooking and home appliances, mobiles and computers, mattresses, furniture and much more. Best brands, best range, best prices and 10% in bonus gift cards this weekend only at Harvey Norman. Do not miss out. Terms, conditions and exclusions apply. Gift card valid for 1 month.
Sometimes all it takes is one song, one moment, one person who believes in you. Musicians Making a Difference, MAD, uses music, mentoring and creativity to help young people heal, find their voice and change their future. So if you're doing it tough, you don't have to face it alone. And if you're in a place to help, your support can change a life through music. So connect for support or help us change lives this year. Visit mmad.org.au.
Hose leaking your hydraulics?
Oh, no.
I think you might need the NZ Hose Dr. Mildura.
Maybe you have some hydraulic issues with your equipment, or you've blown a hydraulic hose. Have no fear, the NZ Hose Doctor is here. They can even send their fully equipped hose repair truck to you and repair your hose on site. How good is that? Want more info? Just go to nzmildura.com.au. NZ, next to Mildura Forklifts.
The Sunraysia's Region's choice for quality window furnishings is Sunraysia's Curtain Manufacturers. Melissa will help you choose from a range of interior and exterior window furnishings, soft furnishings, blinds, shutters and motorisation to suit your needs. Locally manufactured using custom design and quality materials. Sunraysia Curtain Manufacturers, your experts in interior styling design. 824 15th Street, Mildura, or see sunraysiacurtains.com.au.
When you lose a loved one and it falls to you to arrange their farewell, rest assured you're not alone. Sunraysia Funerals are here for you at any time to offer comfort, support and a personalised service specialising in the creation of unique and affordable farewells. An intimate chapel provides a peaceful setting to celebrate the life of a loved one, and our reception centre is available for after-service gatherings. Sunraysia Funerals, trusted and locally owned, are just a phone call away.
Live footy, local voices, big moments. You're listening to River 1467's SFNL Match of the Day for the Gateway, the G, the place to be.
Welcome back live at Henchwood Oval, the 2026 elimination final between Orriple and South Mildura. All thanks to the Gateway, the G, with Damo, Pirate and Phil. All thanks to, as I said, thanks to the Gateway. It's a beautiful afternoon here in front of a big crowd. What have we got left in the reserves, fellas? Probably about 10 minutes. Not too far away from both senior teams being out in the ground, probably.
Turned into a pretty good game out there in the reserves. It's Rutgers had their measure 10 minutes ago, and South put the last three past them to hit the front. So leading by 2 points.
Leading by 2 points.
Jai Grayling tries to stand on ahead in front of us and gives away the free kick.
Unrealistic attempt, was it? Or in the back, one of the two.
It was. It was a bit of an epic out at the netball as well, with in the A grade, Owen United and Imperials, 34 apiece.
All these Gallipoli shit,
it is,
34
apiece. A few minutes into the last quarter.
Losers out is also elimination final, the A grade netball. Jake Thrum this afternoon, Pirate. Maxie Morgan, good matchup, you reckon?
Perhaps. Oh. Remains to be seen, I suppose, doesn't it?
You'd have to think about that, though, wouldn't you? He normally runs a mucky, Jake Thrum. He'd be the type of guy you'd send to him. I'd reckon. That's what I reckon, anyway.
Well, you've just guessed that. You don't know that. You've just had a fly.
Just had a fly at it, yeah. It's the name that comes to mind.
If it's not Maxie, I reckon it'll be someone. I don't think you can let him run around on his own all day.
No, he becomes a goal kicker sometimes, doesn't he? That's just something that comes on the top of my head. So
Hunter Strong.
Yeah, that's not a bad one either, Pirate. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably even a better option, isn't it? That'll be an intriguing. That'll be an intriguing matchup to see how that starts. Yeah. We know what you're going to get from Bailey Anderson, Toby Scott, Connor Mensch. Those guys always play a pretty good game of football. Slow down back, so. Yeah, I don't think South Mildura are going to let Jake Thrum run around like Jake Thrum does. Although it's all right to say let's tag him, but how fit's the guy? What's he do? 11 or 12 kilometres a game? Just runs and runs and runs. So.
And the concentration, as much as the physical fitness, the concentration, he just doesn't switch off. Every contest, everything he's on, you can't sort of let him go for 15 seconds or he's gone.
And we've seen him crunched, and he's always getting up from the bottom of packs. He just seems to thrive on it, doesn't he? He's turning a difference on his day, there's no doubt about that.
Well, you can't leave him alone at stoppages around goal. I know that much. He gets it more often than not.
Well, a lot of teams seem to do that, Pirate, don't they? You've actually pointed that out during our commentary that he's standing on the outside of this pack on his own again. So.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but people see it
differently.
Yeah, well, everyone's got an opinion that. You know what opinions are like, don't you? Everyone's got one.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, South are going to win this game, aren't they? In their seconds, they've come back. They just kicked another goal. They're 8 points up now, and another mark at full back and a clearance for them. That's a shocking kick, though.
Too long left either, Parry.
Shouldn't be. And South won the third, 61. They beat Reckless 37. Anyone that's interested in that?
Yep.
So that's an even worse kick. South are going to clear it out of defence again. And no rush here, mate. Take your time. But, yeah, no, they're still flooding in here. Boys, too. Have a look at them. Here's the old Merbean boys with the...
Oh, Nate
they're on the fizzy drinks already, and they've got the basketball. Yeah, I was talking to him before. What's the matter with you?
Yeah, well, yeah, it was the first time I saw him, Barry. Yeah, no, they're still flooding in here. Nick Hooker Jr.
Heading over towards the hill. Trouble up there.
Yeah, that'd be a lovely spot about 3 o'clock this afternoon.
There'll be plenty of experts over the road at 5:30, I can tell you. Plenty of experts.
Yeah, we all know what an expert is too, though, don't we, Byron?
Yeah, we do. It's something to do with a spurt, hasn't it?
Yeah, X marks a spot and spurts a drip under pressure, isn't it? Something like that.
You said that, not me.
Well, it'll be the first time for 4 years, I reckon, Byron, anyway.
Could be. Yeah, I'm smarting myself up since yesterday. I'm coming in with a positive attitude. We'll see how long that lasts.
Yeah, we'll see if you actually watch the third quarter
Well,
this afternoon.
It was no good, though, mate. I was watching the races. Sandown, it was better.
Left feed below the limited, Peter. What's going on? I'll stop watching this. So, okay. We're going to take
At least I'm honest.
Yeah, you are honest, Byron. We're going to take a second break. We'll be back here at Enfield Oval shortly.
Live footy, local voices, big moments. You're listening to River 1467's SFNL Match of the Day for the Gateway, the G, the place to be.
Get cash for your scrap metal at Wright's Metal Recyclers.
Right, so how do we find Wright's? That's easy. From Mervine, follow 17th Street, then turn left into Deakin. Right? Right. At 16th, turn right. Right? Right. Then turn left into Coorong. Right? Right. Drive 200 metres and you're there. Right? Right.
Wright's Metal Recyclers, Coorong Avenue, Irimple. Free call 1800 656 200 and they'll put you right. Right?
Harvey Norman 10% in bonus gift cards. This weekend only. Get 10% of your purchase price in Harvey Norman gift cards when you spend $500 or more on selected products. Bonus gift card can be used towards the purchase of TVs and audio, cooking and home appliances, mobiles and computers, mattresses, furniture and much more. Best brands, best range, best prices and 10% in bonus gift cards this weekend only at Harvey Norman. Do not miss out. Terms, conditions and exclusions apply. Gift card valid for 1 month.
For lunch and dinner, there's only one place to call. Ontario General Store. Wrap your lips around the General's mouth-watering, juiciest chicken in town. Golden fried chicken. Ontario General Store. Craving deliciously hot chips with gravy? Ontario General Store. All your favourites. Flake, butterfish, potato cakes, prawns, all battered in store. Ontario General Store. Simple, tasty lunches and dinners at affordable prices. What are you waiting for? Ontario General Store on 8th. Available on menu log.
Audio. It's more powerful than you think. What you hear can take you far from here. It can move you to dance, to run, to tears. It's all in your ears. For advertising with the power to connect with customers in your area, start with commercial radio and audio, where brands are heard. CRA.au.
When you lose a loved one and it falls to you to arrange their farewell, rest assured you're not alone. Sunraysia Funerals are here for you at any time to offer comfort, support and a personalised service specialising in the creation of unique and affordable farewells. An intimate chapel provides a peaceful setting to celebrate the life of a loved one, and our reception centre is available for after-service gatherings. Sunraysia Funerals, trusted and locally owned, are just a phone call away.
Gas, gums and fat worms. Get them at Jeff and Rock's Wentworth BP. From winning a bait, controlling vermin or winning a weekend shoot, see Jeff and Rock. With a range of firearms, ammunition and accessories second to none. Plus all you need to land that elusive cod. Grab some gas for the barbie. Jeff and Rock's Wentworth BP also supply and deliver our gas direct to your door. Mower won't start? Jeff does small engine repairs. Gas, gums and fat worms. Jeff and Rock's Wentworth BP. Dealer's license 4087 88882.
Live footy, local voices, big moments.
You're listening to River 1467's SFNL Match of the Day for the Gateway, the G, the place to be.
Welcome back live to Henchwood Oval, 2026 Elimination Final Day. Orimple plays South Mildura. And joining me as you've just joined the broadcast, the best in the business, Anthony Pirate Parr, Phil Curran for Chemist Warehouse, and the boundary line this afternoon will be Pete Lindsay. We're about, it can't be too long left in the reserves.
No, they'll go any second.
Any second?
Well, it will. If they want to start the senior game, it's 2:23 now. It's supposed to start at 2:30.
Yeah, it's got to.
They're going to need 5 minutes at least to warm up.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not sure how it works because
yesterday,
they cut it short yesterday. I'm positive.
Yeah, I reckon it was only just on a 20-minute last term in the reserves yesterday.
Well, this one's
from memory.
This one's all over bar the shouting too, so they might as well.
There's a bit of shouting out there too. They've come together in the centre of the ground.
And after half time too yesterday, South and Owen waited out in the ground for how long? They come out early, didn't they?
Yeah, they come out very early after half time, and didn't seem to help them too much. The third quarter wasn't much of a spectacle, and Reckless kicked away.
So they lead by 20 points at the moment. South Mildura seconds.
Doing over in the netball. What are we? 12 minutes into the last quarter.
Yep.
Imperials leading by 1 with the ball. Just turned it over then. So.
Under the leadership of Christy Becker. Multiple Wentworth Premiership play went there during the off-season, didn't she? To the Imperials. That'd be a bit of an upset, wouldn't it?
I think so. I beat them. Well, we played Imps last week, so they beat them by 5 or 6, and. Anyway, we'll see how we go. Still a few minutes to go.
So Jordan Nagel today, fellas, up forward. He's a big key, isn't he? Apparently, though, he's carrying a calf injury. That's the word on the street anyway, but he seemed to move up pretty well last time we seen him against Mildura. You on air with us that day, Phil?
I wasn't, no. But
Pirate?
I
probably was, but you know what my memory's like. They're good. The whole 3 of them are guns.
Yeah.
Well, someone put it on me, question without notice a couple of weeks ago, who would I like for the medal, and I didn't. Well, there's the siren for the seconds.
That was actually me, Pirate.
Well, Jackson Nagel just popped into my head. I'm not unhappy with that choice either, to be honest with you.
No.
Every time we've seen him play, he's been pretty good.
He's a jet. He takes them on, runs at him and goes around him, that guy. He just takes them on.
Well, they don't get beat while they haven't been beat while the 3 of them are out there. And of course, I've always liked Carpenter. I don't think he wastes it very much.
No.
Montgomery's a nice player, of course. Hunter Strong, when he's given a chance to have a crack at the actual footy, and they kick it anywhere near him, he'll get it. He's a good young kid.
Young Blake Lambert's has kicked goals too.
He's good. He's good.
Exciting. It's exciting when they kick it in his area.
Kevin
McDonald's been on in a bit. Big Kev.
Yeah, he did kick the bag. Nick Lang, I remember Nicholas Lang in the first game here, it looked like he was going to be, and he's kicked a few bags this year too, so you want to keep an eye on him this afternoon as well. So he got some options, South, there's no doubt about that. It's going to be intriguing to see how Orimple go about going into their forward line this afternoon. Just got to give him the...
leave me alone, Sammy. He's some reckless blokes getting into me about yesterday.
That's Sammy Pelleggi, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
The Mavericks dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the one I was trying to think of his name. He's followed us around, that bloke.
He's a couple of weeks ago, Pirate.
I said, I know that bloke with the... I knew what he did, but I couldn't remember his name. If he's not the coach of the Mavs, is he? Or has been or something?
Oh, he's right up there. He was right up there in the Mavericks show, though. Pirate's right.
Distinctive moustache.
The old curler. The old 15th century show. Lovely bloke.
Anyway, we got 4 minutes before scheduled kick-off.
Yep, neither team are out in the the reserve actually. Haven't left yet, Pirate.
Do we got to go through any ceremonies? Hope not.
No, I think it's all pretty good at the moment until grand final day. So
just waiting for the usually the spectators waiting to get off the grounds. The seconds this afternoon. Oh, yeah. Glad you wasn't on the microphone then, Phil. Hey? Phone call Monday.
Geez, there's some ordinary-looking blokes at the footy, eh?
Oh,
Jesus.
Don't let anyone in here. Oh, Darren Davis bringing up the rear.
Average-looking fellas. And they're all into the one spot. You notice that? It's a beeline to the one spot.
Yeah. I reckon if
there's one there. Look at him go. Have a look at him.
Frosty Vapor's heading the wrong way.
Toby's out, mate. No more footy for Tobes. Gonski.
Here comes South Mildura now at Henchwood Oval. As he said in the pre-game, which is you're listening to right now, they'd be jumping out of their skins they've made it this afternoon. It's been a long time for the Bulldogs, a long, long time for the South Mildura Footy Club.
I've got a result over at the netball. So IMS 46 has defeated Owen United 44.
Cool, cliffhanger.
Yeah, it's a pretty close one.
So that's it for the Owen United girls.
That's it for the girls. So I think the C grade got rolled a little bit early. So they've got some junior grades still floating around, which will keep a bit of interest in the town. But
so they won't be bouncing around at the Ripple pub after grand final day again?
No, I don't think there's a few teachers in the teams there today, so hopefully they're back at work tomorrow. Should be nice. When they're winning flags and stuff, I'm there on my own. Wow.
Yeah, they lit the place up. I was sitting in there after grand final when their bus rocked up, and yeah, they were jumping around all right.
They'd say
Had the trophy with them.
They wouldn't be happy with that. Phil, they've had a good season in Owen United A graders.
Yeah, I think they'd be disappointed.
Yeah, for sure.
They set a pretty high bar for themselves and play really well in finals. So, but congrats to the IMS girls. It looked like it meant a fair bit to them, a bit of celebrating that going on. So, well done to them.
Well, they started off the year slowly under Christy Becker, and they've come good and made. Yeah, well, yeah, exactly right. Well done to them. Well, South Mildura out in the ground, just waiting for a ripple.
The umpires, boys.
All thanks to chemists, all thanks to the professionals too for it.
We've got that umpire, and we've got Harrison Rogers and Jared Jensen. And, of course, the other one is Paul Moore.
Paul Moore.
Yes, I know, Pete. I was only trying to be... Yeah, I'm all over it. Paul Moore, Harrison Rogers and Jared Jensen are the three controlling umpires today, so hope they do a good job.
Absolutely.
And yeah, the one with the hat on, here's Pete. I knew this would be Pete. Thank you, mate. A grade, yes, thank you. A grade netball. Can you read out those scores?
Okay, the A grade we've gone through, so IMS winning by 2.
Yep.
Yeah, well, that's all he's given us. I thought we might have got a few different ones as well. No, that's just the A grade.
Right. He makes a bit of a fuss, Peter Roden.
No, make sure we do it. It's important.
He's done that every day for the last 4 years, Peter Roden. So, well done to Owen United.
Oh, I can see out there. I mean, Flynn
Bobchinski.
I'm looking forward to seeing him play today. I think the way he goes about it probably lends itself really well to finals football.
He's a second and third effort type, isn't he?
Throws himself around.
Manic is the word that comes to mind.
Yeah, Manic. That's a pretty good one too, Paul.
There he is, just there, the old ginger nut. Flynn Bobchinski.
That Jack Carpenter cuts a pretty mean shape too, doesn't he? He's not a small lad.
No, he goes all right. Liked him from the start.
You have, Horace?
He likes to get the little shorties out of the back half to advantage. He doesn't miss many.
Doesn't miss many at all.
No, he's a good size. He's very good size, actually.
No,
good size for an on-baller. Like a ruck rover of that size there, a dime a dozen, and good value. But he plays in the back half.
You could play him anywhere there, really. And you're right, he never misses a target. He sets them up pretty good.
This kid can be a player too, Archer Olsen. He's got some talent.
Yeah, my word, he can
Must get it all off his mum, I'd suggest. The dad hasn't got any.
Yeah. No, he's
good bloke. No, he goes all right, Archer. He's got a little bit of fire about him, just a little bit too.
Yeah, he takes the angry pills every now and then. But he normally doesn't play a bad game from Archer Olsen. There's no doubt about that.
Mildura boy, of course.
Bit of a slow build-up. This is going to be a crack at it. I've been excited for this probably since 5:02 last week when we sort of figured out what the finals were.
Yeah,
there wouldn't be many finals in country footy today.
Got to admit, Phil, I've been looking forward to this one probably more than yesterday too.
There wouldn't be many elimination games of finals footy around Victoria today with two sides this good.
No, you're right. They're pretty good quality elimination final teams, aren't they? Really, they could be playing in a qualifying final any other year. It's just been that even, as we've said. We've probably ad nauseum all year about that, but the season's been off its head, really, how close it's been. So it's going to come down to who wants it most, probably. I'm still, as I said earlier, I'm going to be intrigued to see how Orympel go about bringing their ball into their forward line. They are still strolling in here, Tara. There's a big crowd here now. Look at the hill. Oh, you can't get a park here, there's no doubt about that. You'd expect Orympel would settle probably a bit quicker than South. A bit more tuned to the means at the moment, I'd imagine. Been there a few times before. Tommy Brownbridge just won the toss for him, and they're going to kick to the Mildura end. Battery World. You have to start him straight on. You have to start him straight on John Nagel, wouldn't you? Tommy Brownbridge, surely. If they start Nagel at full forward.
Yeah, well, they've got the ability to probably stretch him a bit with Lang and
Loose.
But they've got some good key defenders too. Irimple.
Perry Hill, hello, sir. Good afternoon to you.
Yeah, you could.
We're sorry, I can't hear you. We're talking on the trying to I know. We're talking crap. Thank you. Install it. Hello, boys. Geez, there's some heads here today, isn't there?
Yeah.
Peter Hutch.
Auntie Mother would love him, I reckon.
Yeah, I'm not even. I wouldn't be betting on that either with half this lot. Mother's chucked them out.
Some reptilian-looking creatures have wandered past the last hour.
Average looking fellas. Anyway, they cause no little harm. I was going to say no harm. They cause little harm.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're all packed up there. There's a few green and white. What's
That's Brad Hards out there, isn't it?
What's Brad Hards doing out there? Just talking, or has he got a presentation to make, or what? No, he wouldn't have anything, would he?
Don't know.
Well, he might be getting a trophy or something.
Strange for him to be out in the grand elimination final with these two clubs.
Australia's best, Sunraysia's best ever cricketer wanders past. Vag, they're all here.
Yeah, Vag, yeah. Yeah, there's been a few faces, haven't there? We're just waiting for these teams to... I don't know what Brad
are they doing?
I don't know what they're doing, probably. They're all just sort of... Just take your time, boys.
Who's going to the bench? Fitzgerald, Fingalaka, this is for South.
Yep.
Who else we got? Keaton Craig and Bailey Harvey. So that's probably what you would expect. Carpenter's down back, Scalino, Jackson Nagel, Braith Munn, Josh Tankard's here too, I think. Bob Chinsky, your man Bob Chinsky's on the half-back flank. So who goes forward for Irimple? Rhodesy will be one of them. Yeah, Rhodesy's there. Pezzaniti, Dan Coughlin, Bailey Anderson. Interesting, starting at half forward. Billy Phelan.
Jack Carpenter's picked Billy Phelan up.
Billy Phelan at full forward. So here we go, Damo. Off you go.
Here we go. First bounce, elimination finals underway.
Coggo in the middle.
Yeah, Coughlin in the middle straight away. The big guns are there. Loose ball. South will do with it. Hard and strong with the first kick on his left foot into the forward line. Loose ball. Orimble's going to come out for a hand to throw.
There's Coughlin on his own already.
Yeah, found Dan Coughlin. That's basically centre half back with a paddock to move in. He's going to go long and low. That's a pretty good effort of Pezzaniti. He couldn't take it. He had someone on his hammer. Coughlin butters up for the second time. Out to Doreen. By hand. Back to Thrum for his second touch. Going short and find Archer Hammond on the bounce. He's in. Got round Bob Chinsky pretty easily in the end. Goes in, he finds Benny Williams, chops in for a defensive mark. For South Mildura, right in front of us in the commentary position. Offer up the ground, although Jordan Nagle's still starting to move now, and that's who he's gone to.
And he has got Brownbridge with him, that's a good mark.
Good
Christensen.
Mark Christensen, yeah. He's chopped that off, well, Mitch. And he goes low on to Jason Coughlin.
It's in the back, surely. No,
play on's a cool Pirate.
Looked in the back to me.
Oh, Bailey
Anderson. Pick one out here. It's going to go to Irimple.
Bailey Anderson.
B. Anderson.
Yeah, and he caught one a bit high there.
Started half forward. He goes out. That'll be Toby Scott, you'd think. Little popper over the top to Coughlin of Jason Variety. And he's almost, probably in range, I'd say, in front of the scoreboard.
Probably Pirate. Jack Carpenter right back in the goal line.
Christensen's got himself in a nice spot here behind the goals in case it floats across. Got Montgomery for company, which is a bit of a worry. So that's where it's heading to Montgomery and Nagel. They both fly. Oh, good mark.
Yeah.
Jackson Nagel. Strong mark. Nice kick out too. Hunter Strong. Another possession for Strong. Back flankish. Inside ball to Montgomery. Still on the back flank for South. We've been going, well, it's only started 2 minutes. No score yet. Cooper Doreen with a half a chance, just went over his head though.
Jordan Nagel with his first touch. Brownbridge will let his work cut out there this afternoon, Pirate. That should be a great duel.
Yeah, well, you got Zane Lou for backup if you can't handle it.
Good mark from Kev McDonald. They move it forward. Is that Nick Lang on the end of that, I reckon? Vanderline beat everyone there, Parry.
No, he's marked it.
Has he?
Yeah. He juggled it, but he must have taken the second or third attempt inside. Tiny man. Well done yesterday, mate.
He can be a bit of a freak show, this Nick Lang at times, Phil. He can kick him out of his backside at times, they say. I've seen him do it, so he's right on the boundary line here. This will take a hell of a kick. He's going to have a crack at it, though. He's pretty happy with it, too.
Good start.
Good start. I'm sure his first goal on the board.
That is shades of round one. That's exactly how it started. We had Montgomery getting kicks on his own out the back, and the Nagels getting involved, and Nick Lang kicking goals.
From that pocket. Exactly how it started, Phil. One goal straight 6 South Mildura. Orange get the trouble the scoreboard. The good deal to our scoreboard. 3 minutes gone the first term, the elimination final.
How do you blokes remember that?
What's that?
What you just said.
I don't know.
Oh, well, I can remember that.
Oh, I can't.
Get into it again. It's scrambling in the middle. Comes out now via Dan Coughlin. He gets tackled by Babczynski.
Good tackle.
That's a great tackle. Don't see Dan Coughlin get caught holding the ball too often, but he has there. The kick's not fantastic and will get cut off. Gets dropped. Orimple going after it again. And we've got a high tackle going South Mildura's way. Might be Archer Olsen in and under. No surprises there. Plenty of numbers ahead of him. Just lobs it high and wide, very wide into the pocket. Spoiled by Rimple down there, and a great tackle by Jyden Nagel. And we're going to have a throw up down in front of the cricket nets there.
A long way from us, Phil.
It is, as Christensen gets up and goes to grab it out of the ruck. The umpire's pulled something out of there, and it's a free kick to Jyden Nagel. He's low chiseler to... Who has he found there? McDonald, is it?
I think it's Kev McDonald.
Yep, looks like him.
So South Mildura started the game very hot, very clean around the stoppages and using the ball well by foot.
Yeah, no sign of nerves or anything at the moment. They settle pretty quickly. Get there if Kevin McDonald can kick this. He's well within range, obviously. And he's been known to get on the end of a few too, the big fella. He lined up for South's second goal. Just missed it to the near side, so they put their first behind on it. 1-1-7 South Mildura. We get to score in the Goodyear Tile scoreboard. Travel 5 minutes, first term, the elimination final. Right start to the game too. We'll bring it back from full back. They go scoreboard side here at Henshawood Oval. Big pack's going to go out this. Nate Wade was one of them. He could have been paid the mark there. Max Morgan's got the footy there for South. Out to Logan Fitzgerald. Logan Fitzgerald was away there and the whistle's been blown. Back to our Rimple. Scoreboard side. They work their way down that wing. Montgomery, though, chops it off nicely. He goes little dinky one over the top of Fitzgerald. Back to Montgomery. He's got Paddock to move in now. He's going to take a bounce. He may even set sail. No. In the pocket. Looks for, I reckon it was Jyden Nagel. Couldn't get that 2 to beat in the end. Comes out. Nick Lang somewhere around the mark. The umpire's blowing his whistle. Free kick to our Rimple. I reckon it's Keenan Wade by the look of it, Pirate. He comes out short. Finds Toby Scott. He plays on straight away. No one on the mark. Comes into the centre. They got the hands going now. Back to Scott again. Back over the top. It's pretty good football. Barney Anderson gets rid of it in time. There's a couple of loose men here, the Swallows. Thrum again. In long towards Billy Field and Babczynski. Ball hits the ground. Babczynski ran at it.
Shepherd for him. Shepherd
Christensen now the foot. He's going to swing us around his right shoulder, I reckon.
Got it.
Oh.
Well, that's where he should be playing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, all day, Pirate. Beat Lindsay for Chemist Warehouse.
Yeah, just picked up in the midfield, Damien, that front, there's no tags going on in the midfield. Trump's running by himself. Nagel's running by himself, and so is Strongy. So what we thought might have been a tag isn't happening yet.
Yep, all running free. See what happens. 1-6, our Rimple, 1-1-7 South Mildura on the Goodyear Tile scoreboard. Just on 7 minutes gone first term. Ball's back in the centre. Williams that time. Actually, no one. Christensen back in the ruck. Thrum. No, it actually wasn't Thrum at all. Here they come again. Nick Pezzadini now on the charge with Scalino. That's going to beat everyone there and out of bounds. Nick Pezzanetti's calling for deliberate there. I don't think we play that up here, do we? Yeah, Pirate Pa wants a photo. Someone wants a photo of Pirate Pa.
I wouldn't have thought.
Hey, well, just taken one.
No, that might have been my mum making fool of me.
Oh, wow.
I'm nearly 40, Mum. Leave me alone. It comes out.
Come
Logan Fitzgerald just pumped it out to the wing.
Come back, Mrs. Stewart. Take another one.
And a good fist over the top by Bramridge. Sees it out on the
Did
wing.
she bring snacks as well?
Oh, she's the one who taught me how to make the salami.
Oh,
so,
well, she's
yeah.
done all right. Yeah, well, if anyone's going to throw him at a stoppage, it is Logan Fitzgerald, but then he's not really following up on that. Christensen got it down somewhere at his feet, then they all dive on it, so not going anywhere really. Olsen got it, picked it up, screwed it round. He'll be lucky to stay in bounds this one, just. Good mark. No, not paid. Umpire. Bramridge and Cirillo put a fair tackle on. The player's going down like 10 pins here. We got a stoppage out there in front of the Henchwood Reserve sign, right near the Frothy Drinkers on the hill. Up they go. Riley Ward sort of got a hand to it, didn't do much with it, and went out of bounds for another throw-in. So what have we got? South Mildura by a point, 8.5 minutes gone in the first, in front of a huge crowd here at Henchwood Oval.
Nagel had a free kick there, and he's put it in, and we might have found another free kick to South Mildura here, so it's heating up a little bit. A little bit more in it than yesterday's game, and Fangaloka looks like he's going to have a shot. What are we, 45 metres out on about that degree of an angle, so I'm not sure what the free kick to Nagel was for, but it doesn't matter now. Fangaloka should have the distance. If there is a bit of a breeze, it's going that way.
Doesn't look too bad from here. Just across the face, didn't make it, but hell, I don't know how that happens. Mark to South Mildura. Right on the goal line. Well, right next to the post, actually, so umpire's saying that he can come around a fair bit better angle than he's gone back. I can't see who the player is at the moment. Definitely in mark to South Mildura. Shot on goal results in a goal. Does it? Yep. Keep an eye on who that was. Of course, we're right up the other end. If anyone's wondering, we're hell of a long way away from it. But this is the best we can do, Damo, really, isn't it?
Yeah, well, at the moment, Pirate,
Is it Blake Lambert? He's coming off for a spell.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Around, but
Yeah, I think you're right. It was Blake Lambert. If I was seeing things, there was two horrible defenders in front of him on there.
Yeah, super exciting, Lambert.
Well, I don't know how you take a mark there. I really don't.
2-1-13 South Mildura. Ripple 1 goal straight 6. Travelled 10 minutes first term in the elimination finals. Ball back in the centre. Henchwood Oval right now. Rucks to go at it. No one that time. It's pretty well done out of there by South Mildura. Into their forward line again. Ripple defence is under a bit of pressure early. Now they've got it. I reckon it's kind of mensch for the look of it. Third bounce. Handball. The free run now, the Swallows.
I think that's what they want. I reckon that's what they want, boys, that running. Get it wide and run. Get it away from Fitzgerald and Nagel and that type. If you can. So not a bad, good start for South, isn't it?
Yep.
Dan Coughlin at full forward now with Carpenter on him. Christensen's down here as well with Nagel on him. So got good matchups around the joint.
Burnley's throw in. Ward that time for Orimple. Cirillo got held up straight away. Ball pings out of there. By foot now down the wing to Nagel and Bramridge. No one that time. Umpire's blown his whistle and paid a free kick to Tom Bramridge. I reckon it's too high. Just put his hand over the shoulder, Jordan Nagel. Bramridge now is going to try and play on. Doesn't go that far. Free kick too.
Free kick Fangaloka. He plays on straight away. Got the flash wheels. Nice right footer inside 50. It's actually, just missed McDonald. They got it on the bounce. Little scrubber towards the goal square. Not bad thinking, actually. Nearly found Bailey Harvey, but it just beat him, and I think it's gone out for a throw-in, has it? The idea looked all right from here.
It did, Barry, yeah. Barry throw-in.
X Mike's working pretty well, Damo.
Yeah, just show it if you do want to turn it off. Fire the kids are screaming through it.
We'll turn the kid off, eh?
Yeah, it's a bit harder than the microphone.
Take his batteries out.
Yeah, they haven't got an off button, have they? Kick a goal there from South. Ripple's going to clear that out of defence, though. It's well done.
Jude Blundy, I think.
Yeah, I reckon you're right.
First touch, if it is.
Cooper Milson's, he's only gone longer than that.
I don't know whether it was or
Towards
not.
Rhodes.
Give it to him.
Big fist comes from Munn. Fangaloka did have the ball, give that handball out. No, they've been wrapped up. The umpire said, I'll come in and
You don't get
play a
much
free kick
time.
to Ripple.
Not much time to get rid of it,
No,
eh?
he had none then, did he? So Ripple now the ball probably at their true half-back line.
Half forward leading up would be nice. No one there, so they go across the ground. That's dangerous. Brambridge couldn't get it, thumped away by Nagel, who goes in hard again, then deliberately whacks it over the line. Get the troops back there to help out. Fair enough, it was too. So we get a throw in, number 27.
Yeah, already. That was well done.
Well, Ripple get it out. Here's Jason Coughlin, takes a sliding mark in front of Flynn, Bob Chinsky.
No, he's gone.
Yeah, already you can see it's a bit of a struggle to get it past half forward, can't you?
That's
a lot of sideways stuff going on.
At the moment, Pyro, there is Kev McDonald on the mark. They've gone exactly across the ground. Going to look for Cooper Milson on the bounce. He's going to have to take it cleanly. He does. Goes backwards again toward Riley. Goes out towards the scoreboard. You'll find
another sideways.
Jude Blundy keeps it in. Nick Lang tried to harness him in, didn't. Endo Cirillo now with the footy for Swallows. They've moved too far. Probably centre wing. He goes over the top. The little one, the Mitch Rhodes, takes the mark in front of Rafe Munn.
Get it to Christensen, boy.
He's going to have to go into Nick Pezzaniti, and Jackson Nagel's going to come in and chop that off. Take a two-grab chest mark to Carpenter. He slipped down Coughlin. This guy never wastes a possession that we normally see. They go long and low. Oh, bad kick into Logan Fitzgerald. He got his fist to it and it's gone out of bounds. In front of what we've already said is a big crowd. One goal straight 6 on Rimple South Mildura 2-1-13 on the Good Deal Tile scoreboard. 14 minutes gone first term. Australia's it in, not too far from us. It was well done from Christensen. Cooper Doreen runs out. Ball gets out of there from Tankard. Good tackle, not rewarded. It's Fangaloka again. He's been busy. Throw it up again.
It is, and it's Christensen who gets the tap out, but it's Fangaloka who's going to come away with it. He goes into the centre of the ground where there's a good spoil, but South Mildura are going to follow up here. Maxie Morgan's there. He can't quite get it. It's gone out to Brodie Fitzgerald, who with a nice little kick to Lang. He takes the mark centre wing. Got options ahead of him, but they've spent a bit of time out on this far flank trying to attack. This is Logan Fitzgerald. He's got options inside, and he tries to find one now with a good kick, but a good spoil as well. Pack forms around it, but it's Orimple who are going to come out with it. And a very wide kick to Jason Coughlin, but he takes the mark just inside the boundary. He looks inside now to Archer Hammond, who again has been held up. He's got the target in the middle now that might be... Go for a pass.
Yeah, just going to say Max Morgan's now running with Thrum.
Probably not a bad idea. He's had a bit of it early.
They're switching it around a bit, I think. There's Jason Coughlin again. Pezzaniti makes a lead. He wants to get it somewhere near Christensen, surely. Kick doesn't make it, and Jackson Nagel cleans up. So Christensen made a reasonable lead. The kick wasn't good enough, and now Nagel's still going. The 1-2 with Montgomery, then a big, long kick. It's going to be inside 50 ball. That's how easy that is. There's Kev McDonald's take a mark. He pops it to the square where Nick Lang will either run onto it or kick it through or something, but it took 8 seconds.
Kev McDonald kicked that in the end. That was good footy, Pirate, wasn't it?
8 seconds it took by when the ball didn't hit Christensen's lead. Goal up the other end.
Probably summed up the first, 15 minutes, hasn't it? It's a lot harder work for Orimple bringing it up here than it is for South Mildura to take it down the other end.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, that Jackson Nagel, he just takes them on, doesn't he?
But that's the difference. If Christensen takes that mark from a reasonable kick, he has a shot on goal.
Yep. Rucks at it, comes out there, Ward won it. It didn't go anywhere though. Orimple get it out there by foot. Carpenter. We pushed Dan Coughlin over a bit early. The umpire says play on. They put the whistle away again. Bailey Anderson, there's nothing wrong with that in the final. To a big pack of the goal square. Mitch Christensen got his hand to it and Jackson Nagel ran over for was going through for a point anyway. He plays on straight away and he'll find Jack Carpenter. Club room side of Hinchwood over. Montgomery's fallen over, so he's gone back in the inboard. Dangerous kick.
Oh, quick whistle.
Josh Tankard in trouble there.
Paul Moore, that umpire there, quick whistle.
That was a quick whistle. Throw up. Christensen's going to do the ruck work.
There we are. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about.
That's goal of the day. Butcher and Deacon, that's one of the goals of the year, Pirate, right in front of us.
Well, we spoke about that, didn't we?
Gee, it was a lovely bit of ruck work for Mitch Christensen.
Yes.
And
you
Jake
can't
Thrum.
leave Jake Thrum alone. Stoppages around goal.
You can be as fit as you like, but if you're asleep
like that,
you've got to be over here, don't you?
Full price.
You've got to confront him.
This side.
You can't follow him through. He's too good. You've got to confront him on the other side.
That's a great bit of football.
He's probably good enough to get around you anyway, but that was a remarkable ruck work and snap on goal. That's worth the $10 to get in right there.
Absolutely, Pirate. Brings it back to 2-1-13, plays 3-1-19. Southwood drew a lead, 18 minutes gone first term.
They needed that too, the Swallows, really.
Here they come again.
Maybe they'll think now, well, if we get it somewhere near the big Christensen, something happens.
Bob Chinsky, exactly right. Out comes Southwood drew by end. Benny Williams missed that. Hot handball, though. He gets out there well in the end. To no one, really. Big pack runs at it. Well done from Jack Carpenter.
Well done by a whole bunch of blokes.
Here comes Spangaloka. Handball over the top.
Tackling's lifted.
It has Mitch Christensen get rid of it quick.
Oh.
Poor Toby Scott, I reckon, wore one.
Someone went an elbow, didn't they? Missed it.
Yep. Carpenter's been wrapped up by everybody, and the umpire says, well,
maybe I was getting a bit excited.
We'll throw it up. Frenetic last couple of minutes. It's lifted.
Who did?
Here we go. Williams and the ruck. Christensen down. Out by foot from Dalrymple. Jack Carpenter's going to sit there and take a pretty good defensive mark in front of Jason Coughlin. Started well again, Phil, this guy.
He has.
It's a good kick.
And he has. He switched out this side.
Tankard.
Josh Tankard, and he goes to Montgomery. I haven't seen a heap of early, but he's going to bomb it long now to that matchup, Brownbridge and Jyden Nagel. Brownbridge spills one, which is we don't say too often. Strong gets it back to Jyden Nagel now. He's running into an open goal.
Cost him a goal, that.
Oh, and he's hit the post. He's hit the post. That would have brought half the hill to their feet anyway. It's heavy Orimple out there. They're going to bring out this side through Thrum, who's starting to get really busy. He's gone inboard. And they're going to find Cooper Doreen.
Yeah, that was Cirillo that did that. It's a nice kick. Look at Billy Field. He's on his own, screaming for the ball. He's got two in the middle, Orimple, if they can get it there. Feeling still on his own. Jason Coghlan gets it, handballs it. Going to have to shot now. Was it shot on goal from who's that, bench, perhaps? No. Nate Wade.
Billy Phelan will be absolutely right.
Yeah, well, so he should be. He's been on his own for 8 minutes.
As soon as you said that, Pirate started watching him and...
It wasn't like you couldn't hear him either. I could hear him from here, and I got these things on me ears.
He'd be ropeable at that.
Anyway, get over it and move on.
Out they come from Tankard. Club room side of Enchilado. Big pack's going to form at this. Someone's taken the mark. I reckon it's Blake Lambert. Play on was the call, goes short, chopped off by Orimple. Back to here comes Dan Coughlin.
There's a shot on goal. Yeah, well done. Well done, Orimple.
Escalino behind him.
Because if you do a crappy kick, you pay for it, don't you?
You pay for it. This guy's kicked a few goals in finals, Barry and Phil.
He's one of the best celebrators around the place too. Don't worry about that.
he likes to let him know.
These all your kids, are they, Phil? How many kids?
That's Lexi Munro. That's
the sharpshooter
in the goal shooting. They've just gone down. She's giving me the thumbs down.
14.
It just turned 15 last month. So
she must be all right then.
Yeah, she goes pretty well. Pezzaniti comes in.
Missed it.
And
there's no celebration going on from the Pez?
No. 2-3-15 on Rebel, Southwood 3-2-20.
It's not a bad game, actually, is it?
Not too bad at all. Montgomery now with Anderson.
Well done, Bailey Anderson.
Absolutely.
Well, he showed a bit of strength, didn't he, get rid of Montgomery? He had his hands on the mark too, just missed it in the last second, but didn't do a bad job, the young bloke.
A boundary throw in.
Ordinary throw in?
Yeah, short, shallow one. Mitch Christensen probably give Benny Williams a shove then. Play on's the call. Handball come out for Logan Fitzgerald to Ben Williams.
Well, pushed him into the right spot, Damo. That's what happened. It's a nice grab. Yeah. Nice clean hands there.
Defensive mark taken. They're going to move it pretty quickly, Orimple. Oh, just over the top of Pangaloka. Or Pangaloka, if you like. Mitch Christensen underneath it. Rhodes trapped that well. Christensen in trouble, though. He taps it out of there, which is a good move. In comes Jason Coughlin. Just flicks it into the air.
Just hold him up, mate. Hold him up.
Mitch Christensen holds him up. Logan Fitzgerald, the umpire says, give it here. Dalrymple won't be too disappointed with.
From's got a new opponent.
Here
again
comes
now.
Coghlan.
This time it's Leonardo Scalino.
And Toby Scott has a fine shot at goal and kicks a point.
So there's about half a dozen of them, Pete Lindsay, trying to wear out Frummy. Scalino's doing it now.
Yeah, I think they're rotating through them, and I think that's what's causing those loose men, because there's, if I've got loose men running everywhere at the moment, they just, they don't man them up. They just back their own game in South and keep going.
Nagel now with the ball right in front of us. Jackson.
That's at least 3 marks.
Oh, good, well done from Jason Coghlan to get his fist to that. Logan Fitzgerald's going to take a bounce and ball and get his foot to it, the centre wing. A good fist comes in there from Keenan Wade over the boundary line in front of that big hill, right in front of the Orimple bench. 2 goals, 4-16 on Orimple. South Mildura 3-2-20 on the Good Deal Tyre scoreboard. 23 minutes gone first term. As Parry just said, pretty good game of footy.
He's up a couple of gears from yesterday anyway. The ball comes back in on the wing. Logan Fitzgerald tries to fight his way out and he can't. So then tries to fight his way out of that as well. And we're going to have a throw up centre wing. It's been a pretty tight first quarter of footy. Williams and Christensen go at it. Williams gets a good tap out. Now it's picked up by Cooper Milsom, who's been tackled and called high. So the game's probably been a bit hotter than that to be calling them, but Milsom's got it now. They've tried to switch it a little bit today. This time he goes down the line. Jackson Nagel's underneath. Well done by Rhodes, who got there as well, and a good tackling by South Mildura in general. Fangaloka gets it out now. He's fine to Archer Olsen. He tries to shrug Cirillo and he can't. He's caught shades of Oscar Smith's tackle yesterday in that one. Cirillo gets it now. He's got an open.
I knew you'd have to bring up an Alien highlight somewhere in your trip.
The only one for the day, so I thought we'd get it in as Orimple looked to switch.
Oh, you're right too. That was brilliant yesterday. I remember that. I've got a bad memory, but I remember that one.
Almost the one-hander out there by Billy Phelan. He tries to fight his way through a tackle, and we're going to have a throw-in right in front of the scoreboard, which reads Orimple 2-4-16 to South Mildura 3-2-20, thanks to Good Deal Tyres.
The only thing that saved him there was the boundary line, Phil.
A quarter of 2 halves, if you know what I mean.
Yep.
South started well, Orimple have come back. And there we are.
Quarter time. As Phil just said, 2-4-16 Orimple, South Mildura 3-2-20, 4 points of difference at quarter time. Elimination final. Back here shortly at Henchwood Oval, all thanks to the Gateway.
Live footy, local voices, big moments. You're listening to River 1467's SFNL Match of the Day for the Gateway, the G, the place to be. With iHeartRadio, free never sounded so good. Never miss a moment from your favourite radio show.
Hello, it's Jonesy and Amanda's Jam Nation.
Millions of podcasts.
Welcome back to On Purpose, the #1 mental health podcast.
And endless playlists to discover and create. Download iHeartRadio, free from the App Store, and listen to more of what you love.
You know the feeling. You're all ready to go, but your car battery has other ideas. And you really don't want a flat battery to ruin your plans or make you lose out on making memories. Because the last thing you need is your car letting you down, right when it matters most. Hop into Battery World for your free car battery test. We'll make sure you're good to go so you don't miss a thing. Visit Battery World Mildura today.
Harvey Norman 10% in bonus gift cards. This weekend only. Get 10% of your purchase price in Harvey Norman gift cards when you spend $500 or more on selected products. Bonus gift card can be used towards the purchase of TVs and audio, cooking and home appliances, mobiles and computers, mattresses, furniture, flooring, bathroom and much more. Best brands, best range, best prices and 10% in bonus gift cards this weekend only at Harvey Norman. Do not miss out. Terms, conditions and exclusions apply. Gift card valid for 1 month.
Sometimes all it takes is one song, one moment, one person who believes in you. Musicians making a difference. MAD uses music mentoring and creativity to help young people heal, find their voice and change their future. So if you're doing it tough, you don't have to face it alone. And if you're in a place to help, your support can change a life through music. So connect for support or help us change lives this year. Visit mmad.org.au.
Your week just got better. You're heading to Club Mervyn. Tuesday night, kids eat free. Thursday night and Saturday arvo, it's the weekly members draw. Sunday's a roast lunch day. Just $15 for Club Mervyn members. Sign up today for exclusive discounts, giveaways and cash prizes. Have a function coming up? The Club Mervyn Beer Garden is the perfect spot. Contact the club to inquire today. Make it your routine. Club Mervyn. T's and C's apply.
Constantly asking for people to repeat themselves? Trouble with that awful background noise? Nodding and smiling when you have no idea what's going on? Don't let "What did you say?" become your catchphrase this year. Call Country Hearing Care on 1800 432 748 or visit chcare.com.au for all your family's hearing needs, including the latest in hearing technology. Country Hearing Care. More people hearing better. 203 Ontario Avenue, Mildura.
Live footy, local voices, big moments. You're listening to River 1467's SFNL Match of the Day for the Gateway, the G, the place to be.
That's right, all thanks to the G, the place to be. Gateway Tavern, St Asia's friendliest, family-friendly pub, I reckon you'd call it, Parry. Quarter time in the elimination final. South Mildura lead by 4 points in what was an entertaining first term of footy. Actually, no brainer to say a lot better than yesterday. That was a pretty frenetic opening, Parry.
Yeah, it was good, actually. Good to see. Nick Lang kicked the goal. Blake Lambert and Kev McDonald for South Mildura, who started like a house on fire, really. So, sort of a quarter of two halves, if you like. And anyway, they come back. Jake Thrum kicked a contender.
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
and Mitch Christensen got a... Well, Mitch Christensen's goal wasn't that bad either, was it? But he looks the likely run up forward for sure, Christensen. He's had a couple of opportunities. The ball hasn't hit him as required. Well, just out here when he was free and leading, he's had 20 metres on his opponent. They missed the kick, and 8 seconds later, South Mildura kicked a goal through Kev McDonald. So,
yep.
You could say there was a 12-point opportunity there, but anyway, it's the game's going all right, Damo. It's not bad. I think there's a very big crowd. You know, I don't think too many would be complaining about it at this stage. Do you think?
No. If you're going to complain of that, Parry, hard to please.
Yeah, the boys have gone out to the huddles. Either that or they've disappeared on us. There's no mention of what they're doing. They just
disappeared.
Off.
Yep, gone, split. Anyway, we'll see where they've been. But no, that was a good first term. South Mildura won't be disappointed with it. I would have expected that nerves or something would have played a part, but they settled really quickly early. So,
funny how many people you actually know at the footy, isn't it?
A lot of people know you, Pirate.
Well, you sort of... Every second person you recognise.
But there is a lot of people.
Oh, when you're old like us, Damo.
Yeah, I suppose that's a problem, isn't it?
Oh, here he is. He's back. Phil's back. I don't know where Lindsay's gone. He could have wandered off anywhere, Peter Lindsay.
Yeah, when you're old like us, you do get to know a lot of people.
Where'd you go, Phil?
The full forward extraordinaire. Are you back, Phil?
Yeah, I went to both, actually, but I couldn't hear much at South Mildura, but...
I had Pirates problem yesterday.
Yeah. But
big huddles.
I feel pretty happy. I think they... happy with their contest work, and as you can probably tell from the first quarter, really looking to try and hit that switch if they can. So, but I think both camps are fairly happy.
Second term underway. South Mildura through Williams on the left foot. That's gone high, bring rain almost. Good punch from Max Morgan. He's going to chase Brody Jackson over the boundary line.
We've only had one customer asking for water or coffee so far today.
It's not too bad.
One. That's not below average.
Broke the record yesterday almost for it. Umpire throws it in. Ward will go at it. Tapped it to the front of the pack, really, to no one in particular. Come on, Bailey Anderson, his head over the footy. Nate Ways throws it back to the umpire, and we'll do it again. 2-4-16 on Ripple, South Mildura 3-2-20. If you just turn the radio on, it's well done from Nate Wade. He impresses me, this youngster. Goes long and direct into the forward line. Comes Billy Phelan now for one of his... he's got a good tackle too that's a great tackle from Rhett Montgomery. Yeah, well rewarded. So Montgomery with the footy now. Billy Phelan would have swore he was away with that then.
They just stand there pointing.
Yeah,
no one lit up at all.
I was just thinking that, Pardo. Just Max Morgan, they were just standing there, and Blake Lamb with their hand up. And Logan Fitzgerald ran it over the boundary line in the end. Right in front of the Henchwood Reserve. Throws it back in. Ward double fist it down to the front of the pack. Going to come out there from Logan Fitzgerald. Bailey Anderson amongst the action. South Mildura now by foot.
Have a look at him.
Oh, Arch Olsen going to take a screamer. Right on from Connor Minch. I just seen him out of the corner of the eye. Right down. Orville goes into the
head straight to the frothies, that boy.
Line. Still got their same hairdo. Who's got the ball now? Mitch Rhodes now for Ripple. Right on the centre half forward line, I reckon. Right to the centre squeeze on long.
Long as he can.
Yep.
Christensen. He was behind, so was thumped away, well roved at the front of the pack by your man Wade.
Yep.
Got it the second time, then there's a snap-on goal, I think, from Phelan. Couldn't have missed by any further if he had tried.
Pete Lindsay, you get out to the huddle door.
Yeah, I got to South Damo. They want to South Jiden a bit quieter than his dad at the bloody breaks. You got to get in too close to hear him. Anyway, wants them to man up a bit more when Orimple start trying to do their spread to cut the spread that Orimple are doing, and run and give and defend a lot harder.
Or for Chemist Warehouse. Is that a minor score down there, or?
No, it's a free kick to Williams. I think so. It's South Mildura to bring it out, and he finds Leone Scalino. Looking for options, but Orimple set up pretty well behind the footy, so he goes wide and finds Munn. And going a bit slower up the ground, Maxi Morgan spills what he'd normally hang on to, but it's come out Orimple's way now as they're going to pump it forward again. Contest forms, but it's going to be Jackson Nagel again. He gives it to Dom Scalino, and South Mildura away. So the Binsky's come flying through there, which he loves to do, and takes a body, but the ball's still bouncing around in the middle. Attack forms over the top now, and the umpire says, I'll have it. Pretty close to the centre of Henchwood Ovals. It goes up. Ward's there with Williams. No clear hit out. It's going to come out to... Well, it's not going to come out at all. We're going to have another ball up in exactly the same spot. Boys give each other a big hug, but Ward enough to get his hands out and Thrums out after it. But it comes to Maxi Morgan, who's tackled without the ball, not paid. And we're going to have another ball up. So slowed up again, Pete.
I was just going to say, I think Dan Coughlin's moved himself onto the ball as well.
Not a bad option. It goes up, Thrum gets it, and he's tackled straight away. And what have we got here?
Free kick to Thrum. He reckons he didn't have it.
So
he's right in the middle. Yeah, he might have, but it was... he got thrown into the ground pretty good. Now they're arguing with the umpire, so Thrum will get a shot on goal. Not much point arguing when he's already got the ball, boys. Been watching footy for 60 years and I've never seen an umpire change his decision because someone yelled at him. So Thrum will have a shot. He'll be directly in front. It's hard to tell from here how far out he is, but he's got a good leg. He'd be, after the goal he kicked in the first quarter, this would be an absolute Monty.
Put him in front too, Pirate.
I know.
No good yelling at him. They only just normally give you a 50-metre penalty.
Well, that's what's happened here. It's just undisciplined, that's all.
Yep.
And there it is, and it's on route, and it's a goal.
Yep.
So there you go. And Thrum kicks his second. He's the only multiple goal kicker on the ground, so he's got 2, and Christensen 1 for Orimple, who've hit the front. Lang, Lambert, and McDonald for South Mildura. So it's 3-4-22, 3-2-20. 2-point lead.
Yep, 5 minutes gone, second term. Well, thanks to Good Deal Tyres. I've been to Avenue. Get a good deal today.
On the Good Deal Tyres.
Yep. Moving Federation forward for over 35 years. Right back to centre. That was Benny Williams that time. That's a good tackle from Matt Nagel, I reckon it was. Good free kick. To Toby Scott. I reckon he felt that, Toby Scott, too. He's played on, so he's going to have to get rid of it quick now. It's not his best effort.
Well, he's under a bit of pressure, wasn't he?
He was. Tankard now gets it on the right foot. Brownbridge underneath it. Colin Mensch now with the footy. It shows a bit of pace too. Gets around Archer Olsen. Long and low. That's a good pass too. That's good footy from the Swallows. They're going to move it pretty quickly. And that's got to be Mitch Christensen on the end of it. Goes by hand to Dom Cirillo. on a lead out in his pocket. It was Billy Phelan couldn't take the mark, and the boundary line beats them all.
That won't make his mood any better.
No, that one with 4. Boundary throw in. Other end of the ground, us. Rucks will go at it. Probably pretty good from Ben Williams to get that out of there. Comes out by foot. Going to happen here. South Mildura with the footy. It was Jackson Nagel. Toby Scott's going to beat everyone. It's the boundary line, that is. Out in the full, so Orimple will take the kick through Toby Scott. What's he got up moving in front of him, Pirate?
Well, there's no movement.
Not much at the moment, is there?
Standing. Someone puts a move on there. Christensen couldn't mark it. Manhandled a little bit. The ball's on the ground now. Montgomery sort of handballs it over his head, kind of. Gets it out to Matt Nagel. He's in a bit of strife. His handball's not flash. Ripple go back the other way. Scott puts on a couple of dance moves, ends up with a free kick, I think. For 2 highs, says the little umpire.
Yeah, well,
I'm pretty sure that's what he reckons. Scott was dancing all over the shed. The Fred Astaire's going there, but he's ended up with the ball. And he might have it in him. Not sure. Going back pretty slow, like he wants a shot.
Scalino, wasn't it? Dom Scalino give that away.
So Toby Scott's a nice young boy. Nice player, this kid. See if he can kick the goal. It's hard to tell from here how far out he is, but he's sort of got a look of confidence about him. Comes in, runs around a fraction, sets it on its way. It's somewhere near the mark. Hit the post. So he had it in him for sure. Just a post about halfway up it went.
Had the legs, Barry. 3-5-23. South Mildura 3-2-20. Travelled.
It's not as exciting as the first quarter right yet, Phil, is it?
No, it's not.
It's gone off the ball a fraction.
Montgomery now the ball for South.
A lot slower, actually.
He's going to look for Kevin McDonald, I reckon. That's exactly what he's done. No, not short of him. That's a good mark from Jordan Nagel. That's a good grab in front of the pack. Goes on straight away. It's a pretty good kick into the Blake Lambert. Well done from Brody Jackson, though. Thump it over the boundary line.
Yeah, that might excite it up a little bit, I think. Jackson on Lambert. It's a good duel.
That is a good
one
duel.
Out forward for South Mildura.
Has lost the spark a little bit. Too far away from us. Boundary throw in.
He's got some toe, Brody Jackson. He closed that gap pretty well, didn't he?
He did. Christensen won that from Brody Fitzgerald. What's the umpire called there? He's put the whistle away and said, I'll ball it up.
And that's fair enough, too. It could have been a bit high, but the players were going to ground, so the umpire just let it go. And I think that's fair enough. Christensen gets it off the ground, a handball towards Anderson in the centre, or more central to the ground. That's Zane Luth with a bit of a chance for Orimple. Can't get it. Now they play Stacks on the mill. It's a true centre-half forward for South Mildura, and we'll get another bounce. So not much change of the scores, is there? Or someone's got a goal. Orimple got a goal. That's about it. South haven't scored yet this quarter. Got it up their end, and they're all jumping all over it here, and the umpire's going to have to throw it up again.
That's doing a bad job today, the men in green, I don't reckon.
Not bad.
Letting it go, which is all right. It's fair enough. They're consistent, Pirate. Christensen, not quite. 9 ball from everyone, really. Toby Scott puts his body in there. Well done from everybody. But all again.
Plenty of players around the football. Not too many anywhere else.
That's 3 in a row now.
Plenty of play. Christensen thumps it out there. That's a clever move, actually. Logan Fitzgerald now the ball for South. Gets away by hand. He went backwards. And Montgomery. That was clever to Nick Lang. Got the move. I reckon Matt Nagel's on the move, but he's not going to go further, longer than that.
He wants McDonald.
He does. So here he comes, right into...
Still wants McDonald.
And Kev's going to run onto it. Mensch did well. He's going to free kick.
Free kick to Mensch.
Probably fair enough, too.
Yeah, he got it. Yeah, it was a free kick. So he's having a nice game. He's got some toe as well, hasn't he? He plays on.
Quicker than he looks, doesn't he?
Well, I don't know. He looks quick enough to me. He kicks it to Hammond.
He's been quiet after Hammond this afternoon.
He'll come good. He kicks it to the wing, to a 1-on-2 or 3. He's going to have to get it back, is he, to help out? He does, and he gets around a couple, kicks it longer this time down the wing. I can see Bob Chinsky out there now. He's on the mark. Orimple kick it forward. It's smothered. They got it at their centre forward area now. She's a little bit more scrappy than the first quarter. put that down to a bit more pressure, I suppose, but it hasn't got the speed in it that it did in the first quarter. It's a free kick to South Mildura in their centre-half back area. That'll be a mark to Luth. Should have been a mark to Luth. He dropped it, picked it up though, then he got a handball out the back. It ends up with Thrum, quarterbacking, gets around on the left, kicks it as long as he can down the line. And it's a mark to South Mildura. Is that Jackson Nagel again? Well, I reckon it's about 5 now.
Montgomery, how often do you hear that, Nagel to Montgomery? Out they come. Well, I'm Connor Minch put the pressure on there from there, but...
They both fell over.
Oh, gee, they're going in hard. Minch comes out there with a handball. That was well done in the end.
He's playing well.
It's a blundy. Still got all the footy. Jason Coughlin ran over the boundary line.
Just needs a spark, doesn't it? Who's going to spark it up, Pirate?
All right, well, let's just cut one from the herd, will we? We need a punch-on, perhaps, or something.
Maybe.
Big Specky.
Another Thrum goal. It all happened after Thrum's goal, didn't it?
That was Cooper Milson on the right foot.
There we go.
Good mark for Mitch Rhodes. Done well to take that, Mitch Rhodes.
Key forwards.
Yeah, they're like gold.
No.
Except he's up
Free
the
kick
back
to South Mildura. So they're coming out the other side now.
Nick Lang with the footy.
I was wondering how Rhodes marked that and then he gave it to South.
Carpenter.
And I didn't see the free kick anyway.
South now still with the footy through Bailey Harvey. Yep. He's moved on, looks for Nagel. Could have been held a little bit. Takes a clever mark in the end. That was clever.
Cranbridge should have went all around him then, didn't he?
So Matt Nagel, the skipper in the pocket.
He should have a shot from there. He should really take the opportunity and the responsibility. 3-5. Put him in front if he kicks this goal.
Kick a skipper's goal. Well, in distance, Barry, obviously. 3-5-23, I ribble 3-2-20 as Matt Nagel lines up to put South Mildura's fourth major on the board. Kicking right from in front of the scoreboard, really. A bit closer than that. There he goes. There's a celebratory from on a score.
Never quite looked like it. Thrum comes down to take the kick-out duties. He just runs off with it and handballs. He's found Toby Scott, who just puts it long to the wing where the big boys are, and they eventually end up with it again. So, a great tackle there from South Mildura, but it's come back out to Christensen there. He's gone forward and he's found a target.
Pesaniti, I think.
Pesaniti coming up the ground. Looks like only Small's ahead of him. So he holds it up. Looks left, looks right. Trying to find Dan Coughlin. Pretty good hands to have it in this part of the ground. Wheels around on the left, and he's found someone on the far side. That might be Toby Scott again with a short little kick. He's found one. Nate Wade, is it? And nope, no 50. Oh, they might have jumped in there. Little bump afterwards.
I reckon the ump thought about it. I really do. Shot on goal anyway. I wouldn't have been surprised if he had have called that 50. Probably not a lot in it. So Nate Wade, is it?
Yep. Impressive young kid.
Yeah, he's a fair way out, but he's got the ability, that's for sure. We'll watch. Got the flash wheels too. That's common these days. It's en route. It's going to miss. Did it make the distance? Let's call it rush through for behind. So the score is a ripple of 3-6-24, South Mildura 3-3-21, and we've been going just over 15 minutes in the second quarter out here at Old Rimple.
Scoreboard side. It was well done from Jiden Nagel to push Brandbridge under the footy. Well done from Tommy Brandbridge to hold it up. Umpire says, I'll have it, gentlemen. We'll throw it up. Basically, just about on centre wing, I reckon. Scoreboard side, Enchwood Oval. Ward slaps it out of there. Well done to Toby Scott. He goes inboard.
Oh, that's courage. Well done.
That was courage from Cooper Milson. South Mildura come out through Bob Chinsky, though. He kicks it to grass, really. Would have been a free kick, wasn't? Nino Cirillo handball tapped it out of there. I reckon that was from Jason Coughlin. Umpire called there. Ball up. Guys not too happy with each other. Maxie Morgan. Umpire throws it up. Warden.
Why is that not a free kick?
Well, yeah, it should be.
Well, he's not letting him run at the ball, Damo. You mentioned it either yesterday or recently.
That annoys me.
You got to let the bloke run at the ball, surely.
Bailey Anderson first to it. Bob Chinsky hassled him out of it, though. Harvey now caught.
Well, you're exactly right, Damo. If that was here and Kevin McDonald wasn't allowed to run at the ball, it'd be a free kick every day of the week.
That annoys me, Pirate. Taggers get away with it all day, every day. They turn their back on the footy and impede the player going up the ball.
Not only that, had him around the neck as well.
Ridiculous. You touch anyone as a defender and you can't even... That's it, Matt Nagel and Cirillo for a contest. Well done, Nando Cirillo. Ball's on the ground, though. South Mildura towards Nagel. Loose. McDonald takes a chest mark. Goes on straight away, gives it a neck lag, and they're going to come in and kick another one. Not another one, but kick their 4. As you said, Pirate, you make a mistake, either team's going to punish your mistake, so South Mildura needed that one to just steady things down a little bit. 4-3-27, they've hit the front again, 3-6-24, Ripple. Second term, good deal tie scoreboard, 17 minutes gone.
Well, there's a flip side to that coin as well, boys, because back in the day, one of the teammates would have taken out the South Mildura blokes that doing the holding. You don't see that anymore. And look, he's on him again, and will he let him run at the ball? Oh, I couldn't agree with you more, Damo. I know some things we don't agree on 100%, but you couldn't be more right there.
Montgomery, thanks, Barry. Parambridge and Knight, that's bounced off on Shane one leg break. Brady Jackson there with the footy. Left foot worm burner. Archer Hammond's going to do well to control it and does. Probably gets rid into the ground, I reckon. Well, he's picking for 3.
It's one or the other, wasn't it?
Ball up. Yeah, okay.
Well, it was holding the ball, if anything, wasn't it, Pete?
So umpire throws it up. Ward Williams. Willims that time out of there. Only as far as Nate Wade. He keeps it in. Oh, he got taken a bit high there by Fangaloka, did he?
So is that downfield or back where it...
No, he's bringing it back, I think.
Well, it's probably a disadvantage to Dalrymple, if anything, because they had the ball down the field.
In football, this young kid.
He is.
We watched him make his debut. So young Nate Wade with the footy.
Brambridge is free. Got him. Tommy needs a good kick here.
Skipper.
They haven't been able to switch it this quarter like they were in the first Dalrymple, so it's been a lot more long down the line like he does there. Thrum can't quite take the one-hander and it's gone out.
I don't think they haven't got as much room now because all the defences are starting to push up, like you can see, so they just haven't got the room to get it over the other side. It's just too congested at the moment, and that's why the game slowed down a bit.
Sorry, all for Chemist Warehouse. Pete Lindsay on the boundary line.
Ward gets a hit out to someone in the crowd has trickled over and we'll just trying to get the stats up. I'll get another chance at a hit out here. So
that bloke, the Esky, yep, he's food. Carpenter
comes back in, so he's at Ward and Williams. And the umpire's found something here. Holding, on the hill likes it. Long time coming for them. Drum's got it, so they've either heard the broadcast or listened to the hill. One of the two, who's Drum just pumps it long into the 50, but it's all South Mildura.
Or it's that obvious that they can see it out the bottom of their can.
Yeah, maybe they're not influenced by everything else and just call the game as they see it. But
Nagel, Jackson, to Bailey Harvey. They've done well, South Mildura. Nick Lang on a little lead. He's ignored that. He's gone down towards Hunter Strong. Thrum spoils it. Thrum's now got that was well done from Jake Thrum at the Bailey Anderson. As long and low. Here comes Fangaloka again. Gets it out by hand. And Toby Scott's stopped that honourable play dead in his tracks. Free kick is too high, you reckon? Nicholas Lang now with the booty towards Jordan Nagel. Tom Brambridge with a great effort. South still got the ball. Matt Nagel sits under this with Cirillo. Nando. Oh, nearly took the mark at his knees. Right near the point post.
Hey, mate. Hey, buddy. Just pull on the door. Is there someone in there?
Umpire's going to throw it in. Right in front of us.
That little girl dying.
Ward and Nagel, Jiden. Ward with a fist. Hacked out of there. Keen away down the ball. Hunter Strong's got hold of him. The umpire says I'll come in and throw it up right in front of us, Phil Cure.
He will.
3-6-24. Oval, South Mildura 4-3-27. Who's going to run onto this first? Hunter Strong wears one there from Cooper Doreen.
Oh, and he's pinged him here. That's a bit tough. Hunter Strong probably.
I reckon he was on the wrong angle to see that, though, the umpy.
He was, but the ball is with Doreen now.
And Hunter Strong wore one high there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. But umpire might have been blindsided. Here we go. They're going to go to the switch, but that's not a good one. It's picked up by Mensch, who just runs it over the line. And
he looked up, he had Matt Nagels.
He did, yeah. I probably would have done something similar, I think, as Mensch gets it and runs out, has a bounce. Handball out again to Anderson. He's got a lower kick, but he's just found Carpenter, who's set up well behind the footy most of the day. He decides to bring it in board and finds Sangaloka. Got Hunter Strong in. He's going to use him now. Umpire calls play on. Jackson can't quite get the smother. It's Thrum and Maxi Morgan out here, and a great mark by Morgan. And he's likes his chances.
Hunter Strong hasn't had a good run from the umps in the last few minutes, has he?
No, he hasn't.
Got a lot of luck.
So Morgan's taken the mark, maybe 2 feet inside the 50-metre line. But he's... Oh, we've had... No. He's played on now. He's run around. He's got reasonable contact there, but it's going to fall in the goal square and punch through by Christensen.
Nick Lang remonstrating with the umpire there.
He did get thrown to the ground, Nick Lang.
He did.
Well, they didn't miss that one.
No, seen the square up.
Yeah, it's against Hunter Strong, who's got the shits on at the moment.
Yeah,
He's going to go to Cooper Doreen for a bit of a scrag. But, I don't know how they missed. Nick Lang flew about 27 feet through the air then, being thrown about by Luth. None of the umpires picked it up.
And then pinged Hunter Strong for a little ticky touch with... There, that was the strange umpire.
Well, I said he wasn't having a good run from the umps.
No, he only got his head taken off here.
Last few minutes.
Umpire throws it in there, scoreboard side, Henchwood Oval. 23 minutes gone in the second term. Ward tried to get his hand to it, couldn't. Here comes Rhett Montgomery. That was well read. Straight down towards
Kev.
Yep, takes a good grab in front of Nando Cirillo. Strong pair of hands from Kev McDonald.
Kev.
Rhett Montgomery's a damaging footballer on his day. On here. Didn't see that. I was watching Rhett Montgomery. Goal anyway. Just like John Nagel.
Just let him know where the ball went.
Yeah, that's
through the goal. So,
Johnny, where the pavilion is, Phil. 3-6-24, Rimple. South Mildura 5-5-35. 11 points in it now. 23 and a half minutes gone. A bit over in the second term on that good deal tile scoreboard. Elimination final, thanks to the Gateway. Pretty willing affair too. Christensen that time. Well done to Dan Coughlin. Beautiful pick up with one hand. Goes in at left foot. That's a pretty good kick into the forward line. Mitch Rhodes, I reckon it is from here. Yep, Mitch Rhodes with a footy. Don't know how far out he is, but he's on a fair angle, I would suggest. But Dennis Lilly run up by the look of it. Handy goal if he can kick it, bring it back to 5 points. So Mitch Rhodes from scoreboard side. He's on route now, bumping kick of the footy. It's not on target though, I don't think. It's just gone through for a minor score. So they're going to move on to 3-7-25. Orimple South Mildura 5-5-35. 10 points of difference. 24, nearly 25 minutes gone second term in the elimination final. The ball's out of bounds again there at that pocket and wing that's got a magnet out there this afternoon. Been there a lot to play. Henry's throw in.
Here's Christensen gets to the front, just grabs it out and handballs it Orimple's way, but it's cut off and then comes straight back to him. Toby Scott with clean hands gets it now and a handball, and it's found its way to Christensen, who has put it into the crowd. That magnet's getting stronger right on half time as he put it into the crowd.
To half-time, elimination final, 3-7-25, Orimple, South Mildura 5-5-35, 10-point lead to the South Mildura Footy Club at half-time. We'll be back here shortly, all thanks to the Gateway, the G at Henchwood Oval.
Live footy, local voices, big moments. You're listening to River 1467's SFNL Match of the Day for the Gateway, the G, the place to be.
As the weather cools and the river levels drop, now's the perfect time to get your irrigation ready for summer with Charlie's Engineering. Charlie's Engineering specialise in servicing foot valves, pumps and irrigation systems, making sure everything's running efficiently before the heat hits. Don't wait for breakdowns in peak season. A quick call to Charlie's Engineering now can save you time, money and stress later. Get your system summer ready today with Charlie's Engineering. 5 Scott Crescent, Mildura.
Harvey Norman 10% in bonus gift cards. This weekend only. Get 10% of your purchase price in Harvey Norman gift cards when you spend $500 or more on selected products. Bonus gift card can be used towards the purchase of TVs and audio, cooking and home appliances, mobiles and computers, mattresses, furniture and much more. Best brands, best range, best prices and 10% in bonus gift cards this weekend only at Harvey Norman. Do not miss out. Terms, conditions and exclusions apply. Gift card valid for 1 month.
Hey, Mildura.
For over 100 years, the Teeny name has serviced the region, providing real estate services to our greater community. Today, Teeny Real Estate carries this local legacy, providing the same good old-fashioned values and services from past generations. Unrivaled care, honesty, experience, and longevity built on trust, integrity, and being real. Those core values is why we have lasted over 100 years. Be part of our journey for the next 100 years. Commercial and residential, and all things real estate, it can only be Teeny Real Estate.
See movies how they should be seen, all on the big screen at Wallace Mildura. New releases, classics, events, popcorn, choc tops and more. And now you can see them for less and enjoy candy bar discounts and other special member offers and freebies. Simply become a My Wallace member today. It is free, it is easy and it is full of benefits. Go to wallace.com.au and click on Join My Wallace. Wallace Cinema Mildura, home of big screen magic and entertainment. wallace.com.au.
Shoot straight to the specialist. Presto's Hunting and Shooting. Mildura's experts for ammunition, firearms, repairs and accessories. Explore the range of centerfire and shotgun ammunition. There's rifle and scope packages ready to go straight from the shelf. Check out bulk deals for hunters and farmers. And there's always plenty of stock on hand. Shoot straight to the specialist at Presto's Hunting and Shooting. 17 10th Street, Mildura. prestosHuntingandShooting.com.au.
Autobarn's Deal Mania is on. Get 25% off Century High Performance battery, up to 25% off a huge range of seat covers, plus insane deals starting from $5. Hurry, ends August 25. Exclusions apply. Autobarn.
Be brave and help fight child sexual abuse this Bravehearts Day. Friday, September 11. Raise funds and awareness to help protect Aussie kids. Register now for your free supporter pack. braveheartsday.com.au.
Live footy, local voices, big moments. You're listening to River 1467's SFNL Match of the Day for the Gateway, the G, the place to be. Live footy, local voices, big moments. You're listening to River 1467's SFNL Match of the Day for the Gateway, the G, the place to be.
Constantly asking for people to repeat themselves, trouble with that awful background noise, nodding and smiling when you have no idea what's going on? Don't let "What did you say?" become your catchphrase this year. Call Country Hearing Care on 1800 432 748 or visit chcare.com.au for all your family's hearing needs, including the latest in hearing technology. Country Hearing Care. More people hearing better. 203 Ontario Avenue, Mildura.
Harvey Norman 10% in bonus gift cards. This weekend only. Get 10% of your purchase price in Harvey Norman gift cards when you spend $500 or more on selected products. Bonus gift card can be used towards the purchase of TVs and audio, cooking and home appliances, mobiles and computers, mattresses, furniture and much more. Best brands, best range, best prices and 10% in bonus gift cards this weekend only at Harvey Norman. Do not miss out. Terms, conditions and exclusions apply. Gift card valid for 1 month.
Audio. It's more powerful than you think. What you hear can take you far from here. Can move you to dance, to run, to tears. It's all in your ears. advertising with real power. Start with commercial radio and audio, where brands are heard. CRA.au.
When a company has been around for over 60 years, you know they must be doing something right. And if you ask the team at Symes Service Centre why people keep coming back, they'll tell you one thing: good old-fashioned service with a smile. From air cons and brakes to diagnostics and roadworthies, the qualified mechanics at Symes Service Centre can service all makes and models to help keep your car in good nick. Symes Service Centre, family owned and operated since 1964. Visit symesservicecentre.com.au.
Harvey Norman 10% in bonus gift cards. This weekend only. Get 10% of your purchase price in Harvey Norman gift cards when you spend $500 or more on selected products. Bonus gift card can be used towards the purchase of TVs and audio, cooking and home appliances, mobiles and computers, mattresses, furniture and much more. Best brands, best range, best prices and 10% in bonus gift cards this weekend only at Harvey Norman. Do not miss out. Terms, conditions and exclusions apply. Gift card valid for 1 month.
Right now, you could be sitting on a gold mine. And no, it's not under your seat. It's in your home and on your property. Copper, brass, batteries, old cars, aluminium, white goods, just about anything metal, Simmons Scrap Metal will take the lot. They can even drop a hook bin at your property and you can fill it up and get paid. So apart from decluttering the place, you'll make a bit of money too, so it's a win-win for you. Turn your scrap into money with Simmons Scrap Metal, 1626 Millawa Road, 10 minutes out of Redcliffs.
Live footy, local voices, big moments. You're listening to River 1467's SFNL Match of the Day for the Gateway, the G, the place to be.
the remarkable last 10 seconds of the game where pretty much he brought the ball from coast to coast, from defence to offence, got fouled in the act with about 4 seconds to go, went to the line, they were in the bonus, and he missed the first. Score was 85 apiece. Nails the second to give us a 1 point margin. They had to Hail Mary one in, and we got our hands on the pill at mid-court, and she was all over.
So is it true... we were in the lead for the total of the match for about 56 seconds.
That's what I reckon.
Is that accurate?
Yeah, we might have had a bit of a lead early, like before the scores got to double figures, and then we got in front right of the death.
So this is our first championship since 2010? 12, was it? Okay, yep, so fantastic. I remember one night in Geelong, actually, I just moved down to Geelong, bumped into all the Mildura Mavs boys back then, because it was the old Seaball days, and
I reckon Madigan was coaching.
Madigan was, he absolutely was. I might have got the text message to meet him at Lammy's that night with all the boys. It was a great night for a side that went down in the third and final game to the Super Cats. But, I mean, a storied history of the Mildura Mavericks and then obviously the Mildura Heat. And it's been a long time coming for us to be able to get another championship. And as you said, to be able to do it with the injuries that we've had this year, probably a few players down at their best. But Mahala Jackson, I mean, what an absolute... And she was a star herself for the Lady Heat back in the day and the Lady Mavs. So, geez, I'll tell you what, to be Mahala Jackson on the bus with a heap of those boys on the way home.
It would have been... I would have drove down.
But what it does hopefully mean, boys, is that we now have two sides that will compete in Division 1 Big V next season. The girls have been there for quite a while. This is now the opportunity for the men to take the next step and test themselves against a much better standard.
And if the association don't sign Anthony Taylor in the next couple of days, they're mad.
He's been one of our best imports in many seasons, Sam, and hopefully that we can get him to return in season 2027. But great way to full stop a sensational year, mate.
It was, and I've carried you and J-Mac again, so I'm just having the summer off.
Okay, well, I'm going to turn you off after you said that, and you get back into the cheap seats and enjoy this second half of our Sunraysia footy elimination final this afternoon.
From what you're saying, he carried the Subway trays more than anything, didn't he?
The comfort packages, Ben. They're quite famous at the Kumiella Club Hot House, and we thank everybody for their help across the broadcast season, and we can't wait to get back into it for next year. Both teams are out on the ground. We're just about set to go again in the second half. South Mildura and Orimple just during their warm-ups. Our score is the Bulldogs 5-5-35, leading Orimple 3-7-25. In case you missed those goal kickers when we came back from the break, 2 apiece for South, courtesy of Kevin McDonald and Nick Lang, 1 for Blake Lambert. Meanwhile, for Orimple, 2 goals to Jake Thrum and 1 for Mitch Christensen. Pat Silcox, Ben Ridley and Michael D. Fabrizio with you at the footy this afternoon. Perfect day for it. Nice, partly cloudy skies, almost a tad warm. I've still got the hoodie on and I'm sweating like you wouldn't believe, Riddles.
Well, I'll tell you what, I've got the shorts and T-shirt on, and I very rarely go out with the shorts and T-shirt. I actually look very much like the colour that I'm wearing at the moment, which is very pale.
Bit pastel?
Bit pastel. Okay. And I've gone with the lighter colours, DFAB, just to bring the eyes out for the afternoon, I thought, and I think it's working well.
That's the way to do it, isn't it?
Jeez, he didn't even want to say it. He actually got you to sit there, and he was laughing.
Yep. Yeah, it was very nice look there that you got, Ben. So
I appreciate that. Thank you, Defa.
So we've got a half of footy for one of these clubs in 2026, boys. How do you see it playing out? It's been a pretty tight battle. You feel like South have had the ascendancy for a fair part of the afternoon, but geez, the Swallows get going. It could go the other way.
Yeah, I think it's played out probably exactly how we thought it would in regards to the game styles of both sides. And the scoreboard's probably reflective of what we possibly thought at the start of the game. I don't think we'll see too much different in the second half. It's going to be a grind. It's going to be a slog. So it's just going to be up to either the doggies being able to contain that inside ball and again just drive that ball forward like they do, or as I said, whether a few mistakes start to slip in and the ball gets on the outside for the Swallows to take advantage of. But I think we're going to see a bit of a carbon copy second half here. But again, only 10 points of difference. It's up for anybody, DFAB.
Yeah, it feels evenly poised still. It's half time, but with South maybe just looking like they've got the right answers at different areas of the ground. I think there'll be a bit of a counter response though from the Swallows. We saw Jake Thrum come off for a couple of minutes and was speaking with the other officials on the bench about maybe some of the tactics that they're looking into, because they're starting to pressure a little bit, but it's only a 10-point deficit, and this is their time of year, isn't it? Finals footy, then they tend to find a way.
Yeah, they do. They'll be looking for some of their bigger forwards to really get impactful, won't they? Riddles, Billy Phelan to have more of a role in the game. Mitchie Rhodes to hit the scoreboard. He has taken some good marks, but he'll want to hit the scoreboard. Christensen too may push forward and let Hammond run through that ruck rotation to give them another option. The one that stands out to me glaringly, Daniel Coughlin, if he can really catch fire, he could be the difference. We saw him get that extract out of the guts there just before half-time. If he can really start to get himself into the clash, whether it's in the middle or be dangerous inside the forward 50, that could go a long way to their winning.
And they need him probably more so in the middle at the moment, just to take a little bit of the heat off at the moment that Jake Thrum is seeing.
It gets him off Carpenter too.
Yeah,
so
it does.
It's probably going to be a more favourable matchup if he's in the middle, but as we know, he's probably more suited to a burst in the middle rather than a full quarter at this stage, and it looks like he's walking
He's going to half forward, as you can see. In the middle of the ground at the moment, it's pretty much what we were thinking. You've got Connor Mensch in the middle at the moment, Bailey Anderson and also Archer Hammond for the Swallows. Ruck duties by Mitch Christensen. Big Benny Williams is going to take the ruck duties for the Doggies. Matt Nagel, Ciali Fengaloka and Maxi Morgan will also be in the middle of the ground.
All right, we're underway. Second half elimination final on Hot FM. It's one down by Ben Williams of South Mildura to the advantage of Hunter Strong, who hits it at pace and takes it beautifully. Dogs are away on the outer side. Strong gets another take in this possession chain, and instantly they get it right up towards left forward pocket where Mark is taken there by Maxi Morgan. Kicks up to Lang, has a couple of bites at it. Will he be paid the mark? He won't be. Swallows get numbers around it quickly. Christensen will clear with a quick kick. And on the end of it there is Mensch, who plays on quickly, and there are away riddles up towards half forward.
They are through Toby Scott. Toby Scott finds Nate Wade, who started strongly in the first half. Immediately plays on with a short kick, not a great one. Intercepted at half-back by Bob Chinsky. We spoke about his first half. Been quite influential, the young fella. So just in front of our Kumiella Club scoreboard, goes inboard to Carpenter. Carpenter looks for the switch across the ground. It's a tough kick. He puts it in the front of Scalino, who's immediately tackled by his direct opponent in Pezzaniti. So we've seen more probably temptations here from the Doggies to be able to look for the switch to the outer side of the ground than we have for the Swallows. And at half forward, umpires throw it up again. Mitch Christensen takes it out of the contest. It's been taken high, so he'll get a free kick. We spoke about that defab earlier. This is pretty much the go-to at the moment. He has dominated right across half forward in each of these ruck contests.
Yep, he's got tangled with Williams on that occasion, so he gets the chance to send him to half forward.
Goes long off his right boot inside the forward 50. Pushed out was Rhodes. Fairly, says the umpire. Falls to Carpenter front and centre. Gets his hand pass back to Maxi Morgan. Down the line, he's kicked to Big Benny Williams. Bounced off his pecs. Opens up a chance for Coughlin off his lefty. Helicopters one around the corner, but guess who? Rhett Montgomery in the way once again.
No, he's been fantastic all day, Montgomery. So still deep inside the defensive 50. Goes with a short kick to the top of the 50. It's a tough kick. Connor Mensch comes through, roves his own ball, but immediately tackled by Jackson Nagel. And there's going to be a throw up. Top of the 50. Left half forward, attacking end here for the Swallows. Williams, front position, gets the ball down as far as it looks like Hammond. Hammond tries to get the ball forward and immediately tackled again. There's going to be another throw up here. Keenan Wade, he's been in everything, Silko.
Yeah, he has. Umpire throws it up. It's one over the top there by Williams. Matt Nagel goes to ground, then gets tackled there over the top by Wade, who just escorts him over the boundary line. So we'll get a toss in. The 2.5 minute mark of this, the third term. No change to our half-time scoreline on the Kumiella Club scoreboard. 5-5-35 South Mildura. Orimple 3-7-25 as the Rucks go once again. Nicely edged out there, Williams, although the umpire says he pushed him in the back. He can't believe it, Benny. Free kick goes to Mitch Christensen at left half forward. Quickly inside the attacking 50 he goes, but South have got the answers out in front. And that's sensational. Was that Braithy Munn? Yeah, he did well. Just got out in front and clunked it with the jukes.
No, fantastic. Goes short with that left foot. Finds Matt Nagel. Still in the defensive half at the moment, just trying to weave their way through. So Nagel goes long down the line. Pack forms over the back is Ben Williams. He can get a quick handball out, and they're out here if they do. He gets it to Hunter Strong, who takes a bounce. Goes to 55 with a left foot kick. Goes long, really to no advantage, and a wasted opportunity. He virtually kicked it and picked out Zane Luth, who immediately plays on across the outer side of the ground. Finds his coach, Jake Thrum. Up the ground, he's got Riley Ward, who's just come off the interchange bench, but he burns him at the moment. Goes long over the top. This time looking for Anderson. Anderson has Ben Williams for company. The ball spills back into the hands of Mitchy Christensen. Does well to just get through a couple of tacklers. He does really well. Spins around. It's a wobbly ball inboard. He's got to make it work because over the back is Joshy Tankard. Josh Tankard gets it back to Rhett Montgomery. Tries to shake a couple of tacklers. Going forward is Archer Olsen. He's got to make a clean pickup here. Doesn't get the clean pickup. falling back. It's a really nice pickup by Keenan Wade. Spins his way out of trouble and finds Connor Mench at half-back.
Sensational for the big fella across half-back, and the Swallows have got some separation with Billy Phelan on the outer side. He's running and gunning. Needs options. He comes inboard and measures his pass there to Tommy Brownbridge, centre square. They got one further out wide here in Anderson. Marks and plays on. Kicks up to the hot spot. Coughlin doubles back. He just didn't read it. And Carpenter takes the intercepting defensive mark. He's out now to Matt Nagel, who quickly kicks down the line to centre wing. And Hunter Strong, who's all over the ground in this second half, takes another grab.
Gives the running handball to Nagel. Nagel with a handball over the top to McDonald. McDonald again to Jordan Nagel, who sells a bit of candy, hugging the boundary. He's going to kick for goal. Can he do it? Goes across the face. And it's a rush behind, right on the last line of defence by Zane Luth. But again, it's those players we spoke about who have that linkage right from half-back. Carpenter to Nagel, Nagel to Strong, Strong to Nagel, and Nagel with that shot on goal. They're very dynamic going along the wing.
Great to watch as Hammond now gets a quick clearing kick to the outer side. They've got some run and carry. Anderson once again holds it up, hand pass over the top. Releases another player away here. That might be the young man in Wade as he kicks up down the line. Ball is marked just underneath the Kumiella Club scoreboard. DFAB, you got the glasses on that one. It's a long way away from me.
Yep, definitely Toby Scott.
Tobe, okay. He's probably about 80 metres from home as he kicks high towards the right forward pocket. Going back with the flight was Jake Thrum. Got called out, but I reckon by Montgomery. He just comes through the back door and takes the easiest of chest marks.
Yeah, he just floats across the contest, doesn't he? He reads it so well. In the left back pocket. Plays, tries to clear it out of defensive 50. He's looking for a leading mark as the ball spills down to Tenkard. Tenkard in ball to Nagel. Nagel with a hurried kick. The ball is intercepted as he tries to go across the face of goal. It was a wobbly kick in just that last moment. And I think it might have been Toby Scott who just laid enough of a tackle there to get him off balance. And in the perfect position, Dan Coughlin is going to kick right from 50 directly in front and certainly well within his distance here.
Absolutely. You'd think directly in front should be able to convert.
So Dan Coughlin straight in front, kicks from just inside 50. The left foot gets a bit up and under it. It looks pretty good, holds its line and is a sausage roll. Or Ripple 4-7. 31 on the Kumiella Club scoreboard, south of 5-6-36. And we travelled 6.5 minutes in this third quarter for Benny Rogers and the crew at Pioneer Ford Robinvale on Hot FM.
Well, it was always going to happen with Pezzaniti and Coughlin in the forward line that something was going to happen that was just going to invite them into the game. And as it happened, that kick just favoured where Coughlin was and was able to take that mark and make sure that South paid for the mistake.
And it's that real hunger that they're trying to switch to the outer side every time. And it's risky business when you've got to be able to go through the corridor to be able to get it to the fat side. And sometimes that is exactly what happens when you get kicks inboard under pressure.
Here goes Mensch. They're up and running here, the Swallows, in the third quarter as he kicks inside the forward 50, but Carpenter will ice it. There was options there. Jackson Nagel's also unattended. Umpire says play on. So they're under pressure all of a sudden. No idea, Riddles. Here's a chance for Rhodes. He's locked into a Carpenter tackle. And they get a chance to reset. I've got no idea.
It is. There's some fascinating free kicks that are being called at the moment. It's just a little bit of panic, I reckon, from the umpires. But either way, right forward pocket, attacking end here for the Swallows. Carpenter, big tackle out of the ruck contest. You're going to see a reload, another ball up in the right forward pocket, only 20 metres out from the goal of Orimple as the ball gets tapped down. Running back it looks like who we got down there? Is it Scalino?
Yep.
So Scalino immediately tackled. Umpire's going to throw up again. Still deep inside the attacking 50 here for the Swallows. Carpenter taps it forward, looking for Lang. Lang at the opposite end of the ground where he's most comfortable. As you can see, the doggies, they understand they've got to push numbers back, try and strangle and suffocate all these little spots that Orimple seem to find themselves in.
Quick kick out of the ruck contest, high up and under. Good body work there, Mark. Not paid by the umpire to Scott. Now he's going to get the free after the fact for being dumped head first into the deck. Again, maybe another touched off the boot. I mean, umpires are closer to it than we are, but gee, look at the
they're not
clean
calling
grab.
it, and they're not giving the
players are committed and taking the grab as if like it's a legal call. Like they're not hearing the call of touched off the boot. But anyway, it's going to go the Swallows' favour here.
That's why the tackle was there.
Yep.
Because the mark wasn't paid. If the mark had been paid, he wouldn't have been dumped, which was dangerous, obviously, for Toby Scott. But again, Matt Nagel has reason to probably remonstrate here and then ask the question because A little bit baffling, a couple of these decisions, but either way, Toby Scott, who's been fantastic all the way, goes with a short kick. It's a lead. He just didn't need to use it. Bob Chinsky cuts in front of Phelan, plays on immediately. Oh, it's a tough kick, but Nagel just takes a couple of hits there and uses it well as he tries to play on, gives a don't argue to Milsom, goes long down the line. Mitchie Christensen backing into the contest. Ball beats everybody, spills over the back. Fengaloka's there to help as well as Matt Nagel as he tries to just kick it off the ground. Nando Cirillo happy to try and go and help with the Swallows. Gets it to Zane Luth. Zane Luth inboard. Finds Cirillo to Brownbridge. They're making really tough work for it at the moment. Cirillo picks it up nicely. He's got to make this kick work to Rhodes. Rhodes could have been infringed. The umpire says no. Over the back was Nagel. He's just going to do all the work by himself and finds Lang all by himself in the middle of the ground.
Yeah, Mitchie Rhodes dead set stiff there, had his arms dragged down from behind him. Play on the call though, South Mildura free and full of run on the outer side. Kick in there from Caden Craig. Looking for Maxie Morgan, who's having a bit of a run in that forward pocket here after half-time. Swallows get some numbers back. Quick handball shot out, sets up an opportunity for Thrum, who has to come back inboard. He finds Jackson, is it? He gets a hand pass up now for Wade. Little double-hander under pressure. He was looking for Blundy, but as Riddles mentioned, Josh Tenkard came in and fisted clear to safety at the 10 and half-minute mark of this, the third term at South. 5-6-36, leading Orimple 4-7-31 on the Kumiala Club scoreboard. Elimination final day on Hot FM.
Oh, we love it, Silko. Left half forward. The umpire throws that back in. Nice little tap down from Christensen to himself as he weaves through traffic, gets a handball off to Wade. Oh, look, Wade goes forward, looking for Coughlin, ball punch from behind. Numbers at the moment with the Swallows. Going back in to try and surge their way through was young Cooper Milsom, but immediately tackled. A couple of young guns there, Liano Scalino on Milsom. Right in the middle of the ground, umpire throws it up again. Nice little tap down, finds Rhodes.
Took it on.
Oh, gee.
No, I reckon
Archer Hammond,
I reckon he took it on.
You reckon he took it on?
Grab it and had half a chance to hand pass and try to use
enough.
the physicality. I'm happy with that.
So Archer Hammond tackled in the middle of the ground. So Lang, they'll need a big second half out of him at the moment. So he's got up the ground, trying to get a little bit more of the footy. So right in the middle of the ground, goes to high half forward, looking for Kevin McDonald. Takes a nice grab out in front of his direct opponent. Plays on immediately. Goes inside the top of the square, looking for Jyden Nagel. Punch comes from Luth, also from Brownbridge. Taps it. Nearly running into an open goal there was young Blake Lambert. But just enough of a little punch there from Tom Brownbridge to see the ball go over the goal line. But he was stalking young Lambert.
Yep, no, he just probably half a metre too late. He might have just gone over the line before he could throw a boot at it.
Here comes Thrum, long, strong off the left boot. Gets it out towards the social room side here at halfback for the Swallows. High over the top there from Jude Blundy. And the free kick will come back here to Josh Tenkard. He just weighs up his options. Looks to point downfield. I reckon they'll stay in boundary side here as he kicks short. Out comes Lang. Had the Dukes out in front. Couldn't hang on to it. And gets coat hangered over the top. And wants to go on with it there. Connor Mensch. I don't think there was any malice involved. Lang was actually sort of sliding to ground and Mensch just held his position. So would have been a fair tackle if he kept his feet, Nick Lang. But free kick definitely there.
Yeah, no, Connor Mensch certainly not a dirty player by any stretch. So Nick Lang, right half forward, 60 metres out, too far to score, goes with a spearing kick to the boundary, looking for Montgomery, who finds himself down the other end of the ground. And the ball gets punched over the boundary line, so 40 metres around from the Bulldogs' goal. There'll be another boundary throw in as the numbers form underneath the ruckman. Getting quick hands. There's really no advantage here as Thrum just slaps it on the boot, tries to get some distance, looking for a contest. Carpenter at the back of the contest does well, so does Blundy, but he's immediately tackled, and tackled heavily there by Carpenter, who certainly lets him know about it in front of the Orimple coaches' boxes. So boundary throw in, centre wing, commentary side.
Yeah, Coughlin's on the bench for a rest, so Carpenter might find himself in a bit of space down back.
Yeah, good call, DFAB. 13-minute mark, third term, and it's the Bulldogs by 6 points in the elimination final of 2026 on Hot FM. Ball comes out here looking for Blundy once again. And Cooper Milsom also trying to just rally some support there to keep that ball alive, but it goes out and over the boundary line. So we'll get a reset. The Rucks to go at it. Swallows looking to try and narrow that margin on the Kumi Club scoreboard. Front and centre here is Thrum, gets a little right footer inside the centre square. Running through is Cirillo, just over hit his target off the ground nicely by Milsom up to the hot spot. Here's Munn under pressure, gets his kick down the line. Wade backs himself in, runs through a couple of tackles, but Fangaloka out the other side. Wade locks him up on a good tackle. That's a great contest on centre wing here, broadcast side.
No, it's spot on, Silko. Fantastic contest. Keenan Wade throwing himself in the ruck at the moment and throwing the body around. Williams this time gets the ball down to Keenan Wade, who tries to give the don't argue. Bailey Anderson quickly tackled by Fangaloka. And
lingered. Lingered.
He did linger, did he?
Just a little bit too long. Anderson had gotten rid of the footy. And then just went on with that extra bit of physicality, the young fellow. So Anderson just forward of centre wing on the hot side of the ground as he checks it inboard to Cooper Milsom.
He's got Brownbridge as well if he wants in the middle of the ground. Uses Brownbridge. So Brownbridge is going to look to launch inside 50. We know he can kick a ball, and he does exactly that as the pack forms. Montgomery going back. Times it perfectly. And in the front of the contest takes another huge pack contested mark. He's been fantastic deep in defence, hasn't he, all year? But today, he's played a huge game.
It certainly has, and the Bulldogs did a great job to shield Christensen away from the shimmy coming in on the other side to take the grab over the top as Lang now is just heading downfield to find a bit of the footy here after half-time. Isolates Fangaloka, who marks in front of Anderson. He chips short into the midfield for Ciccolino, who hits it at pace and marks nicely. They want to get on with it here, South. The hand pass comes to Fitzgerald. He run himself into trouble initially. Goes back to Scalino, who kicks up there towards centre-half forward. Good effort from Harvey. He couldn't quite catch it on the run. And now Toby Scott can turn it around for the Swallows as he searches for Phelan outside with Carpenter. Carpenter rising to the ground, holding on to him without the footy.
I thought so
Play
too,
on,
Silko.
says the call. Harvey comes back to butter up again. Kick off the boot here of Fangaloka is measured beautifully. And it's big Kevin Mack who swings inside the forward 50.
As we see Lang, he's got a contest one-on-one ball really well held up. And there's going to be a throw up 25 metres out directly in front of the goals of the Doggies. Quick ball movement was the method. As we see, no ruckman go up except for Orimple. Ball spills down to Thrum, immediately tackled. 25 metres out again. We're going to see another throw up. The troops come back here to try and help the Swallows out. Sconnor Brownbridge calling them back. This time, ruck contest. Nagel tries to barge his way through. He does, kicks it around the corner, going towards the top of the square. It's a one-on-one. Matt Nagel pleading for a free kick as the ball pushes out. Tapped perfectly by Toby Scott, but he overruns it. Lands in the hands of Fangaloka. Big tackle by young Cooper Milsom. And there's going to be a throw up right half forward here. And I'll tell you what, it's a tough contest today, Silko.
Yeah, you really get the sense both groups of fans are right up for it too. Very vocal on the sidelines. You're picking that up in our ground effects, Mike, as the ruck contest goes up there at half-back for the Swallows. Just looking to try and steady themselves here at the 16, almost 17-minute mark of the third term. She is a low scorer, but it is a contest. Absolute dead-set contest. 5-7 South Mildura, 4-7 for Orimple. One straight kick the difference in the eliminator of 2026. As here's a chance over the top by Blundy to Scott. He gets collared around the top. Opens up a chance here for Hunter Strong. Hand passes to himself an advantage. Runs onto it with pace. He's going to get mown down though. He's hand passing towards the forward 50 looking for McDonald, who then throws it back inboard looking for Lang. Strong follows on his good work. Was he taken high up? I said it was held to him. We'll get a ball up.
Oh, I tell you what, it is absolutely hot. Every time someone picks up the footy, there's a tackler right there as we see Nagel try to take it out of the contest. Strong plucks it out, slaps around the corner on his left boot and hits the post.
Yeah.
Wow, Hunter Strong, what a third term he's had. And that one there, he's just gone through, extracted the ball, pulled back with his big bum there, kicked it out around the body, and nearly something out of nothing as we see. Jake Thrum goes to the outer side, kicking out of the goal square. Over the back is Mitchy Rhodes. Ball spills down. The umpire calls a mark. It's Cooper Doreen, who had front position at right half back. He's going to assess his options. Goes with a spearing kick to the wing. Beautiful mark by Nate Wade. He's played a really handy game all afternoon. A nice strong grab in front of his direct opponent. Looks like Dom Scalino getting further up the ground. So Wade, measured kick, long down the line, looking for Christensen. Tries to nudge his direct opponent out of the way. Pack forms. Christensen jumps on it. So does three South Mildura blokes in Hunt. The umpire's going to throw it up just in front of our Kumiella Club scoreboard. 18 and a half minutes gone. South Mildura 5-8-38, leading Irimple 4-7-31.
Here goes Christensen to himself on the ruck contest. Kicks inside 50, looking for Phelan out the back. Will it stay alive? It won't. It's going to be off hands and over the line for a toss in that right forward pocket as Rhett Montgomery stretches at ground level, just trying to clear a bit of cramp out, I reckon. He's covered a lot of territory, but he's looking a little ginger there as he gets set here to be in a good position for this ruck contest. Right forward pocket. Swallows into attack. Keenan Wade taking a spell on the ruck. It's one down by Benny Williams. Ball's at ground level. Here's a chance. Jason Coughlin slings out the hand pass. Night will work from Fitzgerald to Morgan to Fengaloka. He's run himself into trouble. Quick kick here from Blundy! Right forward pocket, Jude Blundy. That is a sensational snap under tremendous pressure.
Was it Nate Wade?
Yeah, Nate Wade, I think.
Okay, I got too excited there, but what a fantastic shot under pressure in the pocket.
Was it what?
Magnificent.
Absolutely called to perfection there as well, Suko, and just roved it perfectly, running towards the boundary line, kicks around from a really tight angle, and that is a goal that will absolutely lift the crowd and also the players around him. Irimple 5-7-37, trailing the Doggies only by one solitary point, 5-8-38 on the Kumiella Club scoreboard. The umpire's plucked one out from the middle of the ground, and it's going to be to the favour of the Doggies. Matt Nagel, he'll take it in the middle of the ground. Looks like too many numbers in the middle there for the Swallows. So Matt Nagel surging the ball forward for the Doggies. Kicks as far as he can inside 50, 30 metres out. The pack forms. Ball spills over the back. Lang tries to come through, but also does Toby Scott for the Swallows. And Nick Lang goes back, gets the ball, and immediately tackled by four Irimple players. But they are inside their attacking 50. Umpire reloads again. Christensen up against McDonald. McDonald this time wins it down to it. It looks like it was killed. Oh, a nice kick there from Nagel coming from the boundary, but a little bit wide there, as we said. Fitzgerald tried to get the ball out cleanly. The Nagel hugging the boundary line just was going to take a really good effort there from the big fella DFAB.
A matchup we haven't spoken about, but probably one of the matchups of the day. Jida Nagel against Tom Brownbridge has just been a good, solid, honest battle all afternoon. It's been fun to watch.
Great call.
It certainly has been, as the ball comes back into play here for the Swallows. Defensive end of the ground as they look to try and work up towards the broadcast side centre wing. Brady Jackson. It's not a great hit at all. It goes out right in front of the South Mildura dugout. He won't be happy with that. And it's going to be a free kick here for the Dogs.
Usually a really good user of the ball. But it's finals time, elimination time, and funny things happen.
No doubt about that. I tend to like Jackson better on the run, but here is Strong off his left towards the hot spot at centre-half forward. Big knuckle from Ward over the top. Coughlin hoping for a good bounce. Jackson Nagel just runs straight past him. Kicks towards goals at the Irimple Knights end of Henshawood Oval. It goes through for a minor score, and the Dogs continue just to eke away a bit of a margin here after half-time. 5-10-40, leading the Swallows 5-7-37, but the run and carry that Irimple are renowned for is in progress now on that outer side centre wing with Scott. Kicks down the line, he's got Anderson. Anderson marks just forward to centre wing.
Here. Got Rhodes.
Rhodes is getting to him now. He kicks up towards the pocket. It's overhit. Rhodes gets there late. He infringed upon Jack Carpenter, who was going back with the flight to try and take a one-handed catch. And he gets the free kick for South Mildura.
Goes inboard, finds Scalino. Scalino can use Bob Chinsky to the outer side if he wants. Finds Bob Chinsky. So coming down the commentary side wing, takes one bounce, goes short, finds a teammate. And Harvey, it goes straight through his hands, spills to Nate Wade. Nate Wade with a nice little sparing pass into Hammond. And a great grab taken by Hammond to centre-half forward. Goes to play on immediately on the outer side. He's got Toby Scott. Goes that direction. Takes one bounce. Goes to the top of the 50.
The goal.
He looks to kick that way. Goes long. Goes home. And goes through the big sticks. And Toby Scott puts the Swallows in front. Nearly 20 minutes gone at the third quarter. And gee whiz, if there's a crucial goal, DFAB, that was the one.
Not the player you want to be leaving that much space in that area of the ground. He just got the ball and ran to the 50, threw it on the boot, knew what to do, and now they've got the lead. 5 behind us this quarter for South without a goal, and the goals have been all at the other end, and it's changed the game.
Yeah, it certainly has, and just you're getting the sense, gentlemen, that the fitness of this Swallows outfit, which always comes to the fore at this time of the season, is really becoming impactful in this game. They're running and they're carrying the footy with great confidence at the moment. But here goes South again out of the ruck contest. Benny Williams goes to left half forward looking for Jyden Nagel. Brownbridge almost edged him out of the contest. Has he thrown it in the tackle? Umpire says play it on. Matty Nagel, quick kick under tremendous pressure to the right forward pocket. Kevin McDonald just skimmies his way towards the footy, puts the fenders out, goes back to Nick Lang, who's working on a very tight confine there in the right forward pocket. He sets it up goalward, but again he goes near side for a minor score. And the Dogs tick it over to 5-11-41 on the Kumiella Club scoreboard. The Swallows 6-7-43 at the 24-minute mark of the third term for Pioneer Ford Robinvale on Hot FM.
DFAB, I reckon there's 4 from that really tight angle hugging the boundary there in the right forward pocket. And they should have looked a little bit closer inboard to be able to just straighten up and look for a better position.
Yeah, 6 behinds, but they've had to work hard for them, haven't they? It's not like they've given up some really easy opportunities.
That's right, on the outer side, ball goes up, quickly spills down at ground level. Players jumping all over it at the moment. Christensen looked like he could have cleared it out of the contest. Umpire says no, so there's going to be another another throw up. It'll be about 10 metres in from the boundary. Left half forward attacking end for the Doggies. They want one late here. Williams gets the ball down. Harvey goes to the top of the 50, leading all comers. Could have been a push in the back. The umpire says no. Spills down to Milsom. Milsom to Coughlin. Uses the outside run of Brownbridge. Brownbridge going forward, looking for Phelan. Phelan does a really good job to pick up the ball cleanly. Brownbridge also picking up the ball. Finds Coughlin at the top of the 50. That's Jason Coughlin. But he oversteps the ball. Going through with confidence was Dominic Scalino, and he's going to get a free kick. Defensive 50.
Got a scrubber bounce, didn't he? There, Jason Coughlin. Just couldn't bend down to pick it up, but more run and carry from the Swallows evident across half-back. Thrum puts his body on the line to intercept almost the mark as it was coming down the line to Nick Lang. That's a huge play from the coach just to hold them up there at broadcast side centre wing.
Yeah, Brownbridge just came off shaking the head, looked a bit proppy after coming up the ground just then, so
okay,
keep an eye on him on the bench at the moment.
Righto, there might be a bit of hamstring concern for Tommy Brownbridge as Christensen taps it to himself, throws it out front there looking for Milsom. Here's a chance for Mensch, holds his line, kicks up towards centre wing. Montgomery out front once again, leads Blundy to the footy. Good learning experience for the young man Blundy this afternoon. 236ers running together at the moment as strong marks just forward to centre wing, kicks towards centre half forward and ill-advisedly so as it's intercepted there by Toby Scott of Irimple. And that, my friends, is the three-quarter time siren, and this game is well and truly in the balance at three-quarter time. Check the Kumiella Club scoreboard for you. It is Irimple 6-7-43, leading South Mildura 5-11-41. We're back right after this on Hot FM.
Don't miss 60 mad minutes every Friday night at the Kumiella Club. There's 50 prizes to be won, including meat trays, gift cards and household items, plus a whole lot more. The Kumiella Club is also your ultimate playground. Play some of the world's best golf courses and take on the Interactive Games Challenge. Perfect for your next function, birthday celebration, or just having fun with your mates. The Kumiella Club, proud sponsor of your community radio, Hot FM.
It's worth the drive to Pioneer Ford Robinvale. You get so much more than you thought. It's not just the place for great deals from your award-winning Ford dealer. They're also proud to offer customer service that extends throughout the ownership for your vehicle and beyond. Experience the difference and contact Pioneer Ford Robinvale today for sales, servicing and repairs you can trust. It is worth the drive. Head over to Pioneer Ford Robinvale or log on to pioneerford.com.au. LMCT 7329.
Sponsors of Hot FM. Invest in yourself, level up your fitness and smash your 2026 goals at Club Aquarius. Choose from the 24/7 Gym and Group Fitness Centre on 15th Street, the 24/7 Gym and Wellness Centre on 11th Street, or the new 24-hour convenience clubs at Irimple and Redcliffs, and coming soon to Golgol. Let the Club Aquarius all-in-one app make your fitness journey easier. Check class timetables, track your activity and progress, and explore thousands of exercise demos all from your phone. Club Aquarius, hot sponsor.
Fatty Boombar's back at 66 Lime Avenue. Burgers, sides, palmies, salads, toasties, great coffee and more. No clowns, no roosters, no colonels. Just honest food, no fuss. Dine in or take away lunch and dinner Tuesday to Saturday. Fatty Boombar, Lime Avenue.
Hot sponsors.
Outstanding results again and again and again. It's what you expect from industry leaders Colley and Tierney Real Estate, serving the people of Sunraysia for 75 years. Trusted and professional professional real estate advice and service, consistently delivering results for residential, commercial, lifestyle and rural properties. It's the right choice for your property. Call Collie and Tierney today and see what they can do for you. Collie and Tierney Real Estate. They put you first.
Sponsors of Hot FM.
Great food tastes even better with a great view. Soak it all in at Station 46 at Euston Club Resort. Flavour-packed dishes, stunning Murray River views, and that perfect laid-back moment you've been craving. Lazy lunches, decadent dinners. Unwind, savour every bite and truly escape. Serving lunch daily from 12 to 2 and dinner from 6 to 8:30. Call reception to book your table at Station 46 or discover more at eustonclub.com.au.
Hot sponsors. The Sunraysia Footy Match of the Day. Thanks to Collie and Teeny First National Real Estate. The SFNL Match of the Day on Hot FM, your official SFNL broadcaster.
Everything to play for in this final quarter of the elimination final in 2026. And we're loving it here at Henshwood Oval this afternoon. Hope you're enjoying the coverage as well. Three-quarter time, it is Irimple 6-7-43, leading the South Mildura Bulldogs 5-11-41. Goal kickers, Jake Thrum has 2, Toby Scott has 1, Dan Conklin has 1, and Nate Wade, not Jade Blundy, with that fantastic snap in the right forward pocket towards the back end of that third stanza. For South Mildura, Nick Lang has 2, so too does Kevin McDonald, and Blake Lambert has a single. So as we throw it over to Ben Ridley and Michael Di Fabrizio, boys, what a contest we have seen so far.
Absolute ripper, D-Fab, and it's just been absolutely strong in the clinches, absolutely no backward steps taken by any side. And there will be some very sore bodies tonight because every single time one of the players has picked up the ball, they've been crunched by 2 or 3 players from the opposition, and it makes for a mouth-watering last quarter.
Yeah, whoever wins this will need the ice baths out for the the 6th day, or they played the second or the first game next week. 7-day turnaround, but they're going to need to recover from this one. Certainly a lot of physicality. So, but it's all there in the last quarter. Who can step up and actually finish the job? Because Rimple's got the momentum, but at the same time, it was 6 scoring shots to 3 that quarter, and the side that was in front had the more scoring shots, but is now behind. So,
well, it was probably that was probably exactly what you said. The scoring shots that they had were hugged right in that right-hand pocket, right on the boundary, and you just felt there was probably just a couple of ego shots on goal there that probably should have sent it up, either just popped it up to the top of the square, or just been able to look for someone in just a slightly better position to be able to kick a little bit easier towards goal. But I think you nailed it too as well. Nailed it as well, Silko. Late in the last term you called there, you just felt like Rimple, their superior fitness at this time of year, just started to grind away and get them just slightly on top. And they do look very, very dangerous.
And someone could do a whole PhD thesis on why Rimple's accuracy gets better in the second half. They always seem to start with more behinds and goals, and then in the second half, 3 straight so far. So something in that, I reckon.
Big shout out too to Leon Cressira, who's actually listening to us and live streaming from Italy.
Fantastic.
He's over there for a wedding at the moment.
Yep.
So an absolute Rimple stalwart. He would be absolutely aching that he's not here at Henshwood today. But a big shout out to you, Leon. The boys are going well at the moment, but there's one big term still to come, and it is certainly anyone's.
Yeah, absolutely. And DFAB, it'll be intriguing to see how South will use their star power here, whether we sort of got a bit of a sense of it that at times they're all drifting back and then they're moving forward as well. So don't be surprised that they'll play out of position here just to get them any sort of advantage to get over the line and win through to next week.
Already we're seeing Fangaloka line up on Thrum, so that's a different look at what they've thrown at Thrum so far today. So already a few match-up changes there.
Yeah, I don't mind that match-up. As you said, Maxi Morgan started to, in that third quarter, play a little bit more of a role across half forward, which we've seen him doing now. And Fangaloka certainly got the strength and I would say probably the lung capacity to be able to run with Jake Thrum in the last term, and he's one that they really need to contain because if he does get off the leash, then he'll certainly play a big part in seeing the Swallows get up in this elimination final.
Righto, siren time, we're underway. Final term for Fatty Boombar as it's one down there by South Mildura. Nagel trying to take it away but didn't get a kind bounce. Coming through is Hammond as he kicks around his body up towards centre wing on the broadcast side. Sits on its point. The ball as it bounced. Coming out is Pezzaniti. Here's Montgomery. Throws the hand pass back. Needs a bit of support. He'll get it in the 1-2. He's happy just to throw it over the line and then give it a little bit of extra attention after the fact.
Pez. Pez.
That's not his go normally, is
That's
it?
not his go.
I thought so.
No, and tell you what, though, lucky that, because he walked that over the line. So, I mean, really, could have been called deliberate. As we see, Christensen, front position, gets the ball down to Hammond. Hammond, hurried kick. It's a wobbly kick, but it's a chaos kick inside the attacking 50. Joshy Tankard for South Mildura. Nice little handball inboard to Matt Nagel. He just kicks away, looking for Archer Olsen further up the ground, but he's led there by Nando Cirillo. Nice kick out wide to a leading Mitch Rhodes. Rhodes is just a cute little tap looking for Toby Scott. He's got company with Braith Munn. Braith Munn does really well to worry him off the ball. But again, Cirillo mopping up. Back to Christensen. Christensen, a nice little kick to the boundary, and he finds Toby Scott. Just a really nice little presence of mind and didn't panic, did he, Silko?
No, Christo just thought his way through a bit of a dilemma there and came up with the absolutely perfect option as Scott centres it up nicely. Desperate effort there in defence from South, but Dom Cirillo stands tall and strong, takes the mark, he kicks it out to Phelan. At right half forward, the kick's just over the top of the head there of Nate Wade. He put his hands up to protect him from the sun, the eyes. He swings the hand pass back to Hammond. No, shot on goal from Archer Hammond is a beauty.
Well, and I'll tell you what, really well done there by Wade, because as you said, it looked like the sun may have got in his eyes, DFAB, but he had the presence of mind to still be able to go back, get the footy, under pressure there by Jackson Nagel, and a nice little handball outboard to that man Hammond.
Exactly. You spoke about not always just looking for the goals. He could have looked for the goals there, but he turned back to find Hammond on the run in a better position. So selfless, got the job done.
Fantastic start for the home side in this elimination final, as we can hear Sam Smythe nervously crack a DC behind us here in the Gerstenmaier suite. 49 Orimple, 41 for South Mildura as Dan Coughlin fights his way through the contest. Hand pass up to Thrum, who kicks it centre half forward. The mark wasn't taken by Tankard. At grand level they go there with Scalino. Gee, the Swallows have got their tails up. Phelan with the extract. The Pez breaks into space, goes for it, and has sprayed it across the face. What a golden opportunity that was, Riddles.
Oh, and it was set up there perfectly for the Pez. Maybe 2 years earlier, he would have just had that extra little bit of pace and not get, as we said, probably toe-tapped right on that last step. But an opportunity going begging there for the Swallows, but it's been all them in this first moments of this last term. As the ball's kicked out of defence, looking for Montgomery, takes a really strong grab over Cirillo, hugging the boundary line. On the commentary side of the oval, left half back. He plays on with that right boot, going long down the line, looking for a teammate in Worms. Punch from behind comes from Christensen, and immediately tackled at the fall of the ball was Nagel and Brownbridge, who we thought might have just come off a little bit gingerly in that third quarter. Back to his usual role there, and as we said, a fantastic matchup between him and Nagel all afternoon.
Swallows working hard right in front of us here to win possession. Christensen couldn't quite keep a handle on it. Goes back out of play. So we'll get a ball in. 3.5 minute mark, final term. Swallows 7-8-50. South Mildura 5-11-41 on the Kumiala Club scoreboard. Elimination final day here at Henshelwood Oval. Christensen again, the athleticism shining through. His kick is pretty good to Wade, who's got such great hands. He plays on quickly, needs support. He gets it back from Hammond in the 1-2. Tight one down the line's going to work. And Dom Cirillo, who's really starting to pop up a little bit across half forward here since three-quarter time, kicks towards the right forward pocket with penetration. Big fly at it by Rhodes. Out the back, he gets a kick away. And is he going to score with that opportunity? Yes, he is. A minor score the result. So 7-10, I think we make that, do we? 52 on the Kumiala Club scoreboard. 5-11-41 for South Mildura. We'll just wait for an update there. Maybe I did go a little early. Might be a 10-point wager as we see it.
Well, no, the umpires, we're trying to work out what's going on here, because Carpenter looked like he thought it was out of bounds on the full, but no, he's going to be kicking from the goal square. So Carpenter looking to reload again, comes to the commentary side, looking for Montgomery. Montgomery gets pushed out of the contest by Dom Cirillo, who roves his own ball with a wobbly kick inboard, finds a player, leading out perfectly. And it could be Billy Phelan, who's going to be kicking from the right pocket, 30 metres out. Really well done there by Dom Cirillo. Not too many times you'll see Rhett Montgomery beaten their DFAB in a contest, a one-on-one contest at that. Dom Cirillo not only beat him, roved his own ball, got the ball forward and finds Phelan.
Yep, and Phelan with the lead ahead of Jackson Nagel as well.
So Phelan, he coming in now. It looks like it's going to go across the face of goal, and it does that. Now we're 7-10-52 Orimple leading South Mildura 5-11-41. 5.5 minutes gone in this crucial last term in the elimination final here at Hengelwood Oval.
Well, back into play from Carpenter. Goes to one-on-one, but the two forwards go at it. Jackson Nagel wins the battle over Billy Phelan for South Mildura. Kicks around his body, quickly looking for an option. Fengaloka just glides his way towards the footy and takes it with outstretched jukes. And he's just defensive side of centre wing as he pops it up here for Jyden Nagel. He gets off the chain momentarily. Brambridge reached for his hamstring almost there on the mark. He's really proppy. As South continue this passage of play, they'll get it midfield here for an option to kick down the line. Chance here is up they go. Luth out the back. It was almost Olsen. Kick came in from big Benny Williams. They go back to Swallows, but Tankar gets up and over the top there of the pairs to take a very telling mark on that outer side ribbons.
Tankard immediately plays on, goes inboard, kicks a little bit too hot for all players. Going back, nice little handball from Luth, inboard to Brownbridge. Brownbridge just kicks in hope, going to the commentary side, only finds Montgomery. So Montgomery, centering ball, finds Jackson Nagel. Nagel running through the middle of the ground, uses it by hands to Tankard, gets the 1-2, dodges a couple of players, goes out to the scoreboard side, kicks inside 50. There's a pack forming over the back. Running onto it is Matt Nagel, and running towards boundary, tried to kick around his body. It's out of bounds on the full.
I reckon with Jackson Nagel, that's probably, I don't know what his heat map looks like, but he might not have had a touch beyond the forward half, really, or maybe only one or two in this game. That was more than what we normally see from him charging off half back up to the middle of the ground.
Yeah, it's certainly been a good contest, and you feel like Phelan's just taking him back closer towards goal to curb that run, don't you?
Surely do, as Jake Thrum kicks out a defensive 50 to that outer side. Jackson Nagel was caught behind the contest. Nando Cirillo, the toe poke up to Dan Coghlan. Handling was brilliant. Away they go through Milsom to left half forward. Going back with the flight is Billy Phelan. Got off the chain momentarily. Enough separation for him to go back and take a very important mark in the left forward pocket. He's just inside the forward 50s. He puts the footy down and just gathers his composure. But my goodness, Ben Ridley, this could be a very important kick in the context of this game.
And it's been that run and carry that we spoke about. It was concerning. South Mildura looked like they were probably just lagging a little bit, running on their legs a bit. And it's certainly started that way in this fourth term as Billy Phelan gives himself an angle, kicks long towards goal, but trying to get that extra bit of distance has succumbed to accuracy and he's actually missed everything.
Yeah, that could prove to be costly in the final wash-up as South look to clear the danger here from the back half of the ground. They switch out wide to Bob Chinsky outside of Hengelwood Oval. The kick was just a little overhit, so Flynn had to work a bit harder than he needed to and tries to run himself into a bit of danger as he spirals one up into the air, centre of the field. Lots of bash and crash going on. Umpire puts the whistle away. In goes Christensen at ground level. Liano Scalino looks to try and ferret out the back. And Stacks on the mill. We'll get a ball up here at the 8.5 minute mark final term. Swallows 7:10:52. South Mildura 5:11:41. Elimination final day for Fatty Boombar on Hot FM.
Taken out of the contest is Christensen. He's at the top of the 50. Pack forms. Really no advantage to either side at the moment, but it's a rugby scrum forward. And they gain some valuable territory inside 50. They're 40 metres out from their home. Ball spills down to Cooper Milsom. Could have been held. The umpire says no. Hunter Strong tries to get a quick handball out, but it's landed in the hands of Coghlan. Daniel Coghlan with that trusty left boot goes forward. At the fall of the ball, though, is Carpenter. Quick little handball out to Munn. Munn could have a kick that works for him. Dom Scalino has to go. Roves his own ball, immediately tackled on the outer side. The ball now lands in the hands of the Swallows going forward, but not a great kick. Kicks directly to Montgomery, who immediately plays on across the ground to Bob Chinsky.
Yeah, Brody Jackson just missed the target, missed the assignment there. They were well and truly on the hunt, I reckon, the Swallows, as South trying to clear it to Montgomery, who just got a stride out in front of Anderson and Marks before it went over the line on the full. And even he's starting to look a little gassed. He's done so much work so far today. He's taken his time on this kick.
He's ran plenty of Ks as he goes short to Lang, but it's not a great kick. Yeah, straight through his legs, going back to help his Hunter Strong, immediately tackled by Scott. The right half forward attacking end here for the Swallows. Umpire's going to throw it up 3 metres inside from the right-hand boundary. Riley Ward to do the rock duties. In front was Fitzgerald, down to Lang, who's been taken high by Ward, so he'll get a free kick. Immediately plays on inboard. He's looking for a dangerous kick. He's got to make it work, and it doesn't. Cirillo intercepts the ball back inside to Hammond. who juggles what he should have taken cleanly, and it's been called a push in the back. Lucky push in the back. It's going to work to the Swallows' advantage. So right in the middle of the ground, Hammond's going to look to push him forward again. He's just looking for the right options to appear, so he goes further afield. On centre wing, finds Brownbridge. Brownbridge with a short kick, finds Ward. Ward, this time on true centre wing, on the outer side, 15th Street side. He's got Hammond further up if he wants. He elects to use him. So they're just taking their time at the moment, just trying to hit targets. He's looking for Coughlin, centre half forward, who's pushed out of it. And Nagel up further than he'd like to be, takes the mark.
Yeah, you can see that he identified that situation. He absolutely hurried to get to that position because he knew Coughlin was free and did such a great job to outposition the superstar Dan Coughlin on that occasion as Matty Nagel kicks wide to the outer side. He's got the run there of Logan Fitzgerald, who marks at right half forward. Lang gives him an option running inboard. Gets to the 50, Nick Lang, checks his kick, goes up towards Kevin McDonald. Oh, did he hold it?
Yeah,
Umpire said he was chopped. He probably should have claimed it initially, but the chop over the top has been paid by the umpire. And the big man who's slotted 2 this afternoon, he won't have a more important kick, I reckon, in his career, Riddles, than this one.
Oh, absolutely. This is the biggest kick of the young fella's career. He's going to be kicking 30 metres out directly in front. 11 points the margin. Nearly 12 minutes gone in this fourth term. As he strolls in, he's got to kick this. And he does. Straight through the middle. And he curtails that 11-point margin. It's now 5 points the difference, DFAB. And that is exactly what the doctor ordered again. It was Nagel to Nagel, and they went through Lang, and it was a beautiful centering kick this time, instead of blazing away to the big man McDonald for his third of the afternoon.
And you could tell South were at the point of playing some desperate footy when you look at Lang just gambling on the kick earlier to hit the target, or Jida Nagel going all the way up to the other end of the ground to get that mark. They're doing the desperate things, and they got the reward for it.
And they need to do that and keep doing it here through the remainder of the final term as we're held up after the ruck contest, just moving probably 3 or 4 metres away from the centre circles. Oriental by 5 points, the 12 3/4 minute mark of this final term for Fatty Boombara on Hot FM. Finals footy, thanks to our friends at Collie and Tierney First National Real Estate, as South go ahead again once more from the boot of Matt Nagel as here goes old man Brownbridge trying to bend down and pick it up. He couldn't quite, but Jackson was there for support as he kicks out towards the Kumiala Club scoreboard. Just overrun there by Toby Scott. Liano Scalino, a dangerous one in board. Jordan Nagel with the early fly, and it falls into the breadbasket of number 23 in blue and white, Kevin McDonald.
And it was just opportunity there, and it was just a bad bounce on the outside. Liano Scalino had the ball just virtually land into his lap.
Got a lucky bounce, did. Yep, and then the kick in as well, though. Just went over the back of that contest with Brownbridge. It could have sat up a little bit. That would have been a different story, but it fell to McDonald.
Centering kick, it's all they needed. So Kevin McDonald, virtually in the same position as earlier, gets close to the man on the mark. But he does it again, 2 in a row for the big fella, Kevin McDonald.
They're in front, the Dogs.
They are in front. They're 1 point advantage here to the Doggies. It looked like it was all the Swallows. But I'll tell you what, the Dogs in the last 5 minutes have woken up. And again, Kevin McDonald, 2 in a row. So that takes the South Mildura Bulldogs 7-11-53, leading Orimple 7-10-52. A 1 point margin here, 14 minutes gone in the fourth quarter. Elimination final, DFAB. What a turnaround.
Surely we can't go 3 weeks in a row where South Mildura's place in the competition is decided by 1 point.
Oh, they do it to us.
Could we be heading for a draw here? That's on the cards at the moment.
Don't say that.
High shot by Christensen in the ruck contest. It'll go the way of Brodie Fitzgerald. Dead set middle of Henshaw Oval. Kicks out towards the right half forward. Maxie Morgan out the back. Can't quite get there. Toby Scott takes a timely mark and just looks to regain his composure as he comes inboard towards Riley Ward. The big man marks. It's centre half back. He's got Cirillo out here. It's a shaky old mongrel.
It's dangerous.
It's going to put Nando under a bit of pressure. It bounces. He looks to come inboard with time. He's composed and he finds the option there, the right one in Wade. Keenan Wade goes down the corridor to find Bailey Anderson, who had such a great start to the game today. He'll be important in the run home here as Wade looks to try and run Montgomery across the line on the mark. Very clever from Keenan. Anderson to right half forward. Out the back, Jason Conrad. That's Jackson Nagel. That's just absolutely categorically his season in a nutshell right there. Just putting himself on the line time and time again. What a clunk that was.
Absolute kamikaze mark as he goes down the line, finds Montgomery, and he's done a power of work. As we can see, Jackson Nagel stretching those calves out. They're all starting to cramp up. It's in the safe hands of Montgomery. As he goes with a kick, long down the line, looking for Jyden Nagel. Has just to beat 3. The ball spills to ground. Coming through is Jude Blundy. Could have dropped it. Nagel pushing his way through. Tries to barge his way through, but Brodie Jackson, as you said, holds him up at left half forward. There's going to be a throw up here right in front of our noses in the commentary box. 1 point the difference. Only 15 and a half minutes through to this last quarter. Nagel, Matt, tries to barge his way through again. Blundy holds him up, so we're about 3 metres inboard from the left-hand boundary. Attacking end here for the Dogs. And they're starting to cramp everywhere at the moment, Silko.
I'll get a bit of a cramp in the right hamstring, Riddle. Strap yourselves in here. What a finish we've got to this elimination final on Hot FM this afternoon. Matt Nagel still involved around the skirmish. Ball goes to ground, and it's not getting out of here anytime soon. Got about 20 players right in front of us here. The Dogs lead by 1, and we have gone 16 and a quarter minutes in this final term here at Henshawood Oval. Is nicely won over the back by Fitzgerald. Milsom went to ground, couldn't keep possession. Fangaloka was away if it stayed alive there down the left forward pocket boundary side, but it goes out of play. So we get a reset. And both teams get to get their structures in place here as the rucks, Christensen and Fitzgerald, get a good look at this one. Over the top, Christensen. Anderson didn't quite read it to full impact there. Bobchinski is locked in, and my goodness, what a struggle it is, Riddles.
I'll tell you what, the Doggies have really stepped up in the last 5 minutes as they try to surge their way forward again. Christensen, the only one to take the ruck, taps it inside to the corridor. Running into it with strength was Scalino. He's on hands and knees, wrapped up again, and you could throw a blanket over where this contest has been over the last 2 minutes. It's been within about a 20-metre radius. We're at centre half forward, attacking in for the Dogs. Brodie Fitzgerald takes it out, gives a quick handball outboard to Matt Nagel. He's got to go through. Yeah, it was definitely a throw. Umpire calls it correctly. I tell you what, Fangaloka, he was giving it. I'll tell you what, as he gave it back to Bailey Anderson, who plays on from half back, long down the line, looking for Rhodes. It beats Rhodes over the back. It's a running race between him and Munn. Munn could have pushed him in the back. Umpire says no.
In the back.
So Munn, he's a lucky recipient, goes down the line and finds Brodie Fitzgerald in centre wing. But gee whiz, lucky, wasn't he there, Silko?
Just get the feeling that they've got the answers at the moment. South Mildura playing a pretty measured game of footy as Nagel goes early and over the top of Brownbridge. Mark, in any case, was taken by Keenan Way, but it will come back to Tommy Brownbridge.
Went for mark of the century.
Well, Archie, didn't he get up, and Archie's back there. The number 14, Jyden Nagel, trying to wind back the clock there is... Kick from Cirillo is going to work on that outer side. It's marked there by Luth. He's been pretty quiet this afternoon. Maybe he's going to be the spark that gets them going. Chance for Jackson on that outer side half-back flank. His kick's not great, but it's not a great bounce there. But it's made good by Hunter. Strong comes inside out. Kicks off his right foot. Bit of a tumbling mongrel. Brownbridge couldn't keep his feet. It goes to ground. Cirillo's trying to keep it alive. He kicks it around his body. Opens up a chance for South, though, because Nagel's got it. That's a chance there for Lang in the forward pocket. Measured kick there from Jyden Nagel. Went barely the 15, but he didn't blaze away. He didn't panic. He come up with absolutely spot on the right option. And this could be a massive moment in this game.
I tell you what, all of the Doggies players should get around Caden Craig there. He came through, he did not deviate, and all he needed to do was make a contest, keep the ball inside the attacking 50, and he did it, the young fella. So he's set up an opportunity here for Nick Lang, who's been quieter than usual. But is this the moment he stands up? He's about 4 metres inside the right-hand boundary. He's kicking from an angle, but he's known to be able to kick these. And he does. He extends the lead here for the Doggies by 7 points. Getting later in this crucial fourth term. And the players get around him. And I'll tell you what, Jackson Nagel across half-back there was absolutely incredible, wasn't he, DFAB? That was just amazing.
Took on 2 players, held his feet, shrugged the first, weaves around the second. That's the run that set it all up, and he's really come into the game in this last quarter.
Absolute ripper. So Rimple 7-10-52, trailing South Mildura by 7 points. 8-11-59, nearly 20 minutes gone in the fourth quarter. Elimination final here at Henshawood Oval. Everything to play for. Silko, it is happening everywhere.
Yeah, you feel like it's going to be moments like that is going to dictate the terms here. The Swallows with the takeaway from Thrum. His kick was just held up a little bit with the tackle. Pezzaniti trying to knock it to the advantage of Rhodes at left half forward. Rhodes goes back to find it. His hand pass is pretty decent there. Nice work from Jude Blundy. Kicks it around the left forward pocket. He might have gone out in the full there. He has. Couldn't quite straighten himself up and bring it closer to goal. So the free kick will result here for the Bulldogs. Jack Carpenter has the Sherrin in his possession. 20.5 gone, final term, South by 7. The winner to go through to match up against the Oyen United Kangas next weekend at the Mildura Sporting Precinct, as it turns out, which could turn out to be an absolute treat for the Dogs.
Well, on the home deck, anything could happen out there. And it's going to be a throw up here, top of the 50. Left half forward, attacking end here for the Swallows, and gee whiz, should I say. Do they need one right now? I'm out of words because it's just been incredible all day. It's a snap out of the contest by Cirillo. Could have been a mark taken by Montgomery. I thought he was pulled out of the contest either way. It's going back with courage as Scalino as he runs into a contest, but a wall also of our Rimple players. It's going to be a ball up 20 metres out directly in front of the Rimple goal. Look at the players get around the fall of the ball. Christensen, nice little tap, finds Connor Mensch running into an open goal. Can he convert? He does. And it's still on. It's a 1 point margin here. And what a game we're seeing, DFAB. Perfect little tap by Christensen and rode to absolute perfection by Mensch. And if he's ever needed a goal, that was the one.
Yep, he got the clearance before that one as well, around the ball in that forward line. So two crucial possessions there that have inched them forward, and he's just finished nicely. So 1 point game, 21 and 3/4 gone in the last quarter. We are right down to the wire.
Oh, it's thrilling. It's exciting. We hope you're enjoying it here on 106.7 and 90.7 Hot FM. Of course, you can stream us, hotfm.org.au. Also on the Community Radio Plus app as we get set to go again here at Henshawood Oval. Comes out over the back of Jake Thrum. Here's Mensch again. Gets his kick towards the line. What will the umpire call here?
Don't bet. No!
Oh, he almost went for the underhanded right hand.
I thought he did it. I
think Fangaloka's tackle might have impacted it. So.
Good call. Good call.
Great call.
So we're going to get a boundary throw in. 22-minute mark, final term. South by 1 point in the elimination final. High toss in. Favours Christensen. Aerial ping pong. Going through his 10 card. Gets the quick hands out the back. Scott, was he taken high? Feigned it. Umpire didn't play it. Now Fangaloka, he'll get it the second time around. I'm not quite sure that's right.
Yeah, well, it's over the shoulder by Thrum. He's not pleading his innocence as we see Fangaloka go with a risky kick inboard. But he makes it work for Jackson Nagel, who immediately plays on. Goes deep inside 50, looking for a leading target in McDonald. Nice little toe poke, only as far as Olsen. Olsen leading the running race in front of Luth. Gets a quick little handball, trying to get advantage. Going back was Wade. Wade of Irimple goes long down the line with his left foot. But there is Carpenter. Takes a nice mark. Inboard he can use. Nagel, he does. So Nagel in the corridor. Short kick to the top of the 50.
It's going to work.
Finds it, and it's Strong who cramps. He's cramping. So he's 45 metres out directly in front, and he's cramping either in the groin or in the calf.
He was almost off, wasn't he? He was going to
go
and then had to pull himself back because of the cramp. But he goes back to take this set shot here at the 23.5-minute mark. He's pretty much directly in front, but he'll need to kick this all of 50 metres. And if he does that, South Mildura potentially are through to the first semi-final. What a turn-up that will be. Hunter Strong, he's had such a great afternoon. Can he cap off his good work? He sets it up off the left boot. It's a ripping kick. It's going to be almost marked on the line by Kevin McDonald, but it's through for what could be a very important point, Riddles.
24 minutes gone. It's a 2-point lead here to South Mildura. Looking to go end-to-end will be the Swallows. Keenan Wade runs out of the goal square and he goes long as far as he can and hits the target on the outer side. And that's Mitchie Rhodes. So Mitchie Rhodes again plays on long to the outer side. Can he get the kick right? But the last little punch from behind comes from Scalino. He follows it up with another desperate tackle. And just locks it in perfectly. 3 absolute gut-wrenching contests there by the stalwart Scalino.
He saw too.
He saw, he hobbles back, but he's done enough there at the contest to hold it up. We're just forward of centre. Attacking end here for the Swallows. Taken out of the contest. Rhodes, hurried kick. Intercepted by Lang. The ball was picked up
what a
nicely
handball!
by Cirillo to the outside. Hammond running in, 50. Kicks towards goal. It's a one-on-one contest. Who's over the back? Phelan, can he run onto it? Can he dribble it through? Around the body he tries to go. As the ball's punched from behind in the hands of Lang, who's immediately tackled in at the top of the goal square. It is a throw-up.
Wow.
Is this the last-ditch effort here by the Swallows? Can they snatch it from the grasp of defeat, Skill Code? This is incredible.
What an amazing game. Up it goes. Who will win the ruck contest? So many around the footy. Hard to get it out of there. It's locked up. Umpire lets it go as long as he can, and he comes back into control at 25 and a half gone final term. South 8-12, Dalrymple 8-10. The loser's done. The winner plays Oyen United next week. Running through. Mensch, can he get a leg on it? It's still up for grabs. South are trying to hold it up. We've gone through for a point. So it's a 1-point ball game here at Henshaw Oval.
Are further back than the centre square.
As we see Montgomery telling everybody to go to commentary side at the moment. He's going to look to try and get this ball killed over the boundary line. As we see all the players run towards the commentary boundary line. It's a long kick by Montgomery. Over the back comes McDonald. He knows how important it is. Back to Strong to Fangaloka. Scalino taken high.
Yep.
It's a free kick. Defensive 50. He's got Strong quickly if he needs. He elects not to. So he's at the defensive 50. He's just got to try and get this ball to someone, and he finds Lang all by himself. 20 metres in front, and
there it goes. It's all over. South Mildura have won the elimination final for 2026. What a remarkable performance. A team that won their first three, lost 7 in a row, and have been on quite the amazing momentum run over the last 6 or 7 weeks. Only just snuck into the finals, and they've taken out a absolute heavyweight here in Sunraysia Footy in Dalrymple. Final scores: South Mildura 8-12-60 have defeated Dalrymple 8-11-59 in a game for the ages. We're going to send it back to the Burn Court Studios for a few brief sponsor messages, regain our composure and come back to wrap up what has been an absolute blockbuster this afternoon on Hot FM.
Great food tastes even better with a great view. Soak it all in at Station 46 at Euston Club Resort. Flavour-packed dishes, stunning Murray River views, and that perfect laid-back moment you've been craving. Lazy lunches, decadent dinners, unwind, savour every bite and truly escape. Serving lunch daily from 12 to 2 and dinner from 6 to 8:30. Call reception to book your table at Station 46 or discover more at eustonclub.com.au.
Hot sponsors.
Outstanding results again and again and again. It's what you expect from industry leaders Colley and Tierney Real Estate, serving the people of Sunraysia for 75 years. Trusted and professional real estate advice and service, consistently delivering results for residential, commercial, lifestyle and rural properties. It's the right choice for your property. Call Colley and Tierney today and see what they can do for you. Colley and Tierney Real Estate. They put you first.
Sponsors of Hot FM.
Invest in yourself, level up your fitness and smash your 2026 goals at Club Aquarius. Choose from the 24/7 Gym and Group Fitness Centre on 15th Street, the 24/7 Gym and Wellness Centre on 11th Street, or the new 24-hour convenience clubs at Dalrymple and Redcliffe, and coming soon to Golgol. Let the Club Aquarius all-in-one app make your fitness journey easier. Check class timetables, track your activity and progress, and explore thousands of exercise demos all from your phone. Club Aquarius, hot sponsor.
Fatty Boombar's back at 66 Lime Avenue. Burgers, sides, palmies, salads, toasties, great coffee and more. No clowns, no roosters, no colonels. Just honest food, no fuss. Dine in or take away lunch and dinner Tuesday to Saturday. Fatty Boombar, Lime Avenue.
Hot sponsors. Invest in yourself, level up your fitness and smash your 2026 goals at Club Aquarius. Choose from the 24/7 Gym and Group Fitness Centre on 15th Street, the 24/7 Gym and Wellness Centre on 11th Street, or the new 24-hour convenience clubs at Dalrymple and Redcliffe, and coming soon to Golgol. Let the Club Aquarius all-in-one app make your fitness journey easier. Check class timetables, track your activity and progress, and explore thousands of exercise demos all from your phone. Club Aquarius, hot sponsor.
It's worth the drive to Pioneer Ford Robinvale. You get so much more than you thought. It's not just the place for great deals from your award-winning Ford dealer. They're also proud to offer customer service that extends throughout the ownership for your vehicle and beyond. Experience the difference and contact Pioneer Ford Robinvale today for sales, servicing and repairs you can trust. It is worth the drive. Head over to Pioneer Ford Robinvale or log on to pioneerford.com.au. LMCT 7329.
Sponsors of Hot FM.
Don't miss 60 mad minutes every Friday night at the Kumiala Club. There's 50 prizes to be won, including meat trays, gift cards, and household items, plus a whole lot more. The Kumiala Club is also your ultimate playground. Play some of the world's best golf courses and take on the Interactive Games Challenge. Perfect for your next function, birthday celebration, or just having fun with your mates. The Kumiala Club, proud sponsor of your community radio, Hot FM.
The Sunraysia Footy Match of the Day, thanks to Coliantini First National Real Estate. The SFNL Match of the Day on Hot FM, your official SFNL broadcaster.
Scenes here at Henshawwood Oval. South Mildura with their first finals victory in more than 10 years, and they will celebrate loud and proud beneath us here in the change rooms. Quite the most remarkable contest here today. It had swings, it had roundabouts, but at the end it was the Bulldogs that prevailed by 1 point, 8-12-60, defeating Orimple 8-11-59. In the context of the 2026 campaign, it means the Swallows are done and South Mildura go on to play Oyen United next Sunday at the Mildura Sporting Precinct. Goals for South Mildura today in a low scorer. Kevin McDonald was absolutely sensational. He kicked 4 goals. Nick Lang 3, Blake Lambert a single. And for Irimple, there was 2 for Jake Thrum and singles for Toby Scott, Connor Mensch, Dan Coughlin, Mitch Christensen, Archer Hammond and Nate Wade. Pat Silcox, Ben Ridley and Michael Di Fabrizio with you. Gentlemen, what a game. What a game.
Well, I got tongue-tied late in the last quarter. Instead of gee whiz, I called boy whiz. But I'll tell you what, I am going to run with that. I'm going to trademark that. And boy whiz. Boy whiz, was that a game. That was absolutely incredible. And it was just, I mean, we thought that Orimple were just going to have the legs to run away with it. And in the first 10 minutes, it absolutely looked like that was going to happen. And then the Nagel boys decided, no, we're not going to let that happen at all. And they just went to a whole new level, DFAB. And probably none more so than Jackson Nagel across half-back. He was absolutely inspirational.
Yep, it was almost like they hit a moment where they thought, geez, this is where we actually have to do something, like otherwise we're going to run out of time. I thought they might have taken a few too many risks too early before it was really gone, but it didn't matter in the end. They just started taking the game on. There was one kick that didn't work out that was had to be centimetre perfect, and then they followed it up after that with Jackson Nagel sprinting and moving up the ground, and he started to get those sprints away off half-back that he does, and everything started to fall into place. A few lucky bounces, a few balls that float over to the right spot, but you create your own luck when you take the game on sometimes. And the mood shift, the momentum shift, and Orimple just didn't know how to respond.
Look, they kicked 3 goals, 1-2-4 in the last quarter. So they dug deep and did what they needed to do and got the result they were so desperately looking for when they arrived here at the ground earlier this afternoon. And gee whiz, I think they can go pretty deep, Riddles. I did make the call a couple of weeks ago. If they made it, they could cause some carnage in the world. They've already knocked one heavyweight out of the way, and who's to say they can't do it again next weekend?
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. I think this could possibly be something special that we're witnessing here, because no side was really wanting to meet them on elimination final day, and now going forward, every game is elimination final day. So next week against the Oyen Kangas, Oyen had a really physical game yesterday against the Tigers, and they're playing at MSP, a ground that obviously the doggies know intimately, and it's going to be an absolutely fascinating game. But I certainly do not put anything behind the doggies at the moment, and you've got some stats there as well, D-Fab, just talking about, as we see big Michael Wade there. He's probably going to console the boys, but they both played a really good game, Nate and Keenan. But yeah, I'm with you. The doggies can absolutely do something special here, and you could see down there what it meant to their supporters. There was actually tears from a few of the supporters down there.
Well, they keep hanging on by the skin of their teeth, really. If you go back to round 17, after that game against Merbein, they were out of the top 5 by 1 point. After round 18, when they didn't even play a game, they moved into the top 5 but held on by only 1 point. And now the elimination final, they remained alive because of a 1 point win against Orimple this afternoon. So 3 weeks in a row, the state of their season has rested on 1 point.
Wonder if the number one has something significant to read into weeks ahead. Don't want to jump the gun too early, but they're certainly putting themselves in a pretty good position as they move ahead into week number 2 of the 2026 Sunraysia Finals footy season. Let's have a look at some of the better players today for South. They had a lot of them, and I guess it's hard to detract from the big guns because they all absolutely played to their maximum capacity today. As you mentioned, probably none more so than Jackson Nagle. He was absolutely terrific. Rhett Montgomery was impartial at centre-half back. He got so much of the footy and controlled the terms of the game pretty much across the course of the afternoon. Matt Nagle was his usual angry self. He got himself involved, a bit of push and shove, but he did some really important things across the day. Jordan maybe just to a little bit of a lesser extent, but he too had important moments. And Jack Carpenter, if he's not the best stopper in our competition, then I'll go he.
And he's a big unit, and he uses the ball incredibly well. He's measured, he doesn't waste the ball. But then we start going down the younger players, and we saw Fengaloka. He was fantastic all afternoon. Hunter Strong, he had a great game. As we keep going, Archer Olsen, he played his moments when he needed to. Thought Brodie Fitzgerald was really good, just as that pinch ruckman. He did exactly what we needed to. Dom Scalino, he's not one of the younger guys, but he was, in that last term, he had a 3-ditch effort out on that half-back flank and just held the ball in. But I tell you what, Flynn Bobchinski, Caden Craig and Josh Tankard had their moments as well, and they were only fleeting moments, but they were moments where everything was asked about their courage, and not one of them dodged the line, and they were absolutely monumentous in the occasions that they needed them to be most.
And if you came into this game thinking, oh yeah, South Mildura, like their top end talent, I'm not sure about the bottom six. I think the bottom six answered that question today.
Well, and that's a really good point you make there, because that's probably the questions next week of Owen. So it's the top six. We know both sides. Top six are absolutely fantastic. The middle six, I think, are comparable. I reckon probably the bottom six of South Mildura probably have leapfrog, I reckon. It's a really good point you make there of Owen United, because those young fellas, there's no one here who's losing their spot.
And generally over the years, boys, that's where we've seen clubs succeed. I mean, they have had the top end talent, but it's that bottom, 8, 6, 4 blokes that can carry you through to a premiership. And they've proved that they're up to it, and that they can certainly play at this standard that's needed over the next couple of weeks if they are to progress. So that, they had some great buy-in from everybody today. I reckon the coaching staff will be absolutely thrilled with the buy-in from everybody today. If they get through unscathed on the injury front, they can freshen up during the week and get set to go again.
How good was Kevin McDonald when they needed him to stand up? 2 last quarter goals, crucial, and exactly where you want your goals to come from, your big key forward. 30 metres out directly in front. You can get the wobbles on in an elimination final, and it was the first elimination final for the big fella, and he stood up, and he's starting to put the icing on the cake to what's been a really good season by him.
Yeah, I thought Keaton Wade did a good job in that matchup, but just as the game went on, just got those couple of extra opportunities when it really mattered, didn't he, McDonald? And it wasn't under any doubt really that he could finish those.
So we look over to Irimple, and they had a swag of good players as well across the day. I thought Bailey Anderson was really good in the first quarter and got back into the game a little bit after half-time. I thought he battled well. Mitch Christensen was dynamic all around the ground, whether he was up front or playing through that ruck rotation. Defensively, they were well served by Keenan Wade. I thought he had a pretty good afternoon today. Nando Cirillo had the mop and bucket out several times to clear up some mess, and as he always does it with the absolute highest of distinction. Toby Scott had a good afternoon. Jake Thrum with his 2 goals, probably come out of it a little bit after half-time. It was pretty clear, Defo, that they certainly run a couple of different options through him defensively, which just didn't give him the freedom that he might normally enjoy.
Yeah, it was pretty much Max Morgan till the tank ran empty, and then they had another answer after that, even to throw Fangaloka on in the last quarter. That we didn't see him have the same impact throw him in the last quarter, so that obviously worked out well too.
Yep, some of the young brigade too. I reckon Riddles for the Swallows stood up today. Nate Wade was really good. I thought Jude Blundy had a great game as well. Cooper Milsom had moments. Look, they were pretty well served across the board. Maybe they would have liked to just seen a little bit more of the premium Dan Coughlin today. Didn't get a lot of tackles, and when he did get the footy, he was shut down, wasn't he? Just didn't have the time or the elegance to arch the back and get clear. They just clamped on him every single time he got near it.
Yeah, they did, and I thought that Max Morgan and, as we said, Fengaloka and these guys did a really good job. Also on, we spoke about Jake Thrum, but Dan Coughlin going forward, because Carpenter, as we said, he did a great job on him across half-back. But going into the middle of the ground, these younger bodies really played a great game on the absolute superstar that is Dan Coughlin. But you were right, it was just those moments that they just needed a couple of their big stars to be able to step up in. And, I mean, there's, no one can bow their heads and say that they let the side down by any stretch of the imagination. But unfortunately, I think they're just starting to get to that ageing end of a few of these superstars' careers, and maybe this is the first time we've seen them, be knocked out of the finals at such an early stage. So you start looking at the older guys like Tom Brownbridge played a great game as well. Dan Coughlin. There's whispers around Pez. Well, Pez. There's whispers around Mitchy Christensen. Whether he really wants to go on, and Nando Cirillo as well, starting to get a little bit older. So they're certainly going through a little bit of a changing of the guard, and they're big names that they've got to try and replace here. So, a huge effort by Orimple again this season, but it's going to be, I think, maybe a summer of transition for the Swallows.
Yeah, I suppose with Coughlin, when he wasn't on Carpenter, he did look like he was threatening to just have those touches that changed the game a bit. But yeah, basically for most of the first three quarters, that was his direct opponent. And then I think Phelan was probably more of Carpenter's job in the last quarter. And there was a couple of touches around half forward from Coughlin that could have led to something. It just didn't quite work out for him.
All right, boys, as we look ahead to next weekend, we've got another couple of massive games in prospect. On Saturday, we'll be heading down the highway to Blackburn Park to watch Mildura and Redcliffe. And if we were to say that back in March, that this would be our second semi, you would have got some looks, I reckon. But full credit to the Tigers. I mean, they have been probably one of the most consistent teams across the whole season. I think they're up to about 9 in a row now.
9-game win streak, yep.
So they are absolutely up and about. The only negative to come out of yesterday was what we feel to be a season-ending injury for Jackson Parker, who I reckon will give the McLeod medal a death set shake. He'll win the Tigers B&F, no question about that. So I guess for Darts Doherty and the crew during the week, Jack Steele, it's going to be a matter of how do we just realign the structure without Jack, who plays such a big role? It's a big call, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and they most likely won't have McCreary either. So, I mean, that's two of their absolute, in and under midfielders that really drive the ball forward. So it's going to be a massive loss felt by them. But then also you've got Mildura on the other end, where they've brought in a lot of those injured players into the last round, and then they've had another week off. So they're not going to be coming in with, absolute fully fit legs as well. So it's going to be an absolute mouth-watering contest down there, and I'm really 50-50 as to which side takes the cake here.
Yeah, you wonder if they almost... if they can't quite get the volume of clearances, if they just sort of accept that they'll lose a bit around the middle without Parker there, but they set up to just make sure they can handle it and put a few, maybe a couple taggers in the midfield, so that they kind of quell Mildura's influence that way, and then look to rebound off half-back.
They match up really well on them, Silko, too. Like, you have a look at their defensive key backs and also the key forwards that you've got. Will Hands played some really good games against Sam Kerridge, so he's fairly dynamic. And then you've also got Tapura Montemurri, who could also, as we said, go on Reynolds as well and do some really good things. And it's that midfield battle, because young Ashton Gowers has been up and about, so him and Zach Phillips is going to be a really intriguing contest. There's really some mouth-watering matchups right across the ground, but they both match up on each other incredibly well.
If you look back to the games across the season, Redcliffe should have got them twice.
Yeah,
they missed out first up and then got them the second time round at Condon Park. And over the years, they've just always had that little bit of an edge over Mildura, no matter where they are both on the table. I feel like they set themselves up from defence. And as DFAB made the point, if they can just limit the damage in the midfield, if they can get their structures right and distribute from half back, well, then they've got the two prime targets. Yeah. These two clubs are the only two in the remaining four that have got those focal points. And with a season that's so tight and scoring that's pretty low for our type of football, I think that's going to be massively crucial for both going forward.
To have two key forwards at each end, it's going to be an entertaining battle and going to be a lot of intrigue at both ends.
And they're in form. Reynolds obviously won the Tommy Bland medal. What did he kick 5 in the last round?
6, 13 in his last 2.
Yep, so there we go. Jakey Reid, 4 goals yesterday. Jack Steele only a couple of weeks ago kicked 8 against Imperial. Seam Kerridge, he's going to kick you 3 or 4 each week. It's mouth-watering at both ends to have the tall timber, and possibly that's what's going to be the biggest issue for both sides, weirdly enough. But both sides have also got probably the best backs in the competition.
Yeah.
Peter Tafao, we spoke earlier
Jasper
about
Turner's been a gun.
Turner, Tapura Munchamuri. Then down the other end, you've got Benny Hurley.
Yep.
You've got mouth-watering contests at both ends. So I'm pumped to get down to Blackburn Park next week.
Yeah, you think Roger's going to play a role across half-back to try and get in the way and be a bit of a nuisance. So, yeah, look, it's going to be a ripper.
Will Elvie do the normal thing? You remember how last year, first half, always back flank, you'd see Roger.
Yep.
Then the second half, the Rolls Royce would just get into the midfield and turn it on.
It's been the 2 Rolls Royces this year at 3/4 time. It's usually Kerridge comes in from one end, Rogerson comes in from the other. So it's a double Rolls Royce.
It is. It's a scary, scary proposition.
Yeah, winner, of course, to go through direct passage to the grand final. The loser will go through to the prelim the following weekend. Then on Sunday, we'll be at the Mildura Sporting Precinct for Oyun United and South Mildura. Now, Oyun got them, I reckon, only just by a goal at the back end of the season at the MSP, so not sure what you take out of that, but we've seen Oyun a couple of times, DFAB, I reckon, in the last month, and they haven't really excited me too much. I mean, they've got a great ruckman, they've got some good on-ballers, their defence is super sound, but I feel like they struggle forward of the ball, so they need to come up with an option to get them enough goals to win the game. Yesterday, right at the death, when it was almost gone, they finally decided to get Willsmore ahead and they pushed Thompson forward as well. But I think they're going to have to take the risk and take one of those jewels out of defence to give them a target up front.
Yeah, I think, they've been vulnerable against sides that have, strong intercept marks that can, take advantage of the fact that there aren't 2 key forwards that they're manning like they would against, a Redcliffs, for example, or a Mildura. So that's probably been the struggle. So maybe South Mildura need to identify who's going to be that, because it's not, is it Jackson Nagel that's probably, normally he's filling a hole and will float in. So if he can be the one that takes advantage of that, that's certainly going to play into their hands. But Oyun United, I think they're a bit up and down. They're a bit hard to read. They seem to play better at a bigger ground.
Yep.
So it's actually quite possible that even though there's home ground advantage in this one to South, that it might actually favour Oyun United a bit more because they actually play better. South are actually 2-6 at home this year.
I was just going to ask you had that stat about the fact they haven't been super at the MSP this year, so what you read into that you will, but...
And now 7-2 away from home, and so basically MSP is the widest ground in the league, so every other ground they play at is a skinnier ground, this obviously being a much skinnier one, but that's now 7-2 at grounds smaller than their home ground.
Interesting, isn't it, to look into that, and pretty much their pathway through Riddles now right until the big day is going to be at the MSP, so they need to tidy up if they want to go through.
A bit like Freo, you've got to learn how to win over the Nullarbor. They've got to learn how to win on their home deck, weirdly enough. But Thompson's the intriguing one for me because, they need him back because of the tall timber that you've got with McDonald and Nagel and these types of guys up forward. But as you said, they've got to have an avenue to goal, and they need Willsmore to be able to get that clean ball use going forward as well. And if you don't have that clean ball use by Willsmore, who's had a really good season, and when he gets that ball running through the middle of the ground, very hard to stop, I'd nearly be looking at Thompson to probably swing forward, just as another tall option for them. But look, far be it for me to be able to pick that one.
What we saw yesterday, though, where at DFAB was they went a bit Johnson-centric, didn't they? They tried to go to and use him as the runaround to have the long shot at goal. I don't think they can go down that way again. South will be absolutely expecting that to happen. So he needs to play well, but he needs a lot of blokes to come with him.
No, that's exactly right. And he'll get a lot of attention the way that Thrum did today. So, I mean, he's got to be ready for that. It's going to be probably similar to the Will Hand treatment that he got yesterday. But look, all round, I think it's going to be a tough battle to navigate. Like you say, who do Oyun United sacrifice to play forward a bit more? It's very interesting to try and work out. Johnny yesterday raised the suggestion of, do you actually take Bramich out of the ruck? So you got this really big-bodied guy that's hard to match up on, but then obviously you then concede that in the ruck, and you got to find someone else to be serviceable in that position. But maybe that's the opportunity for them.
It's a funny one. I think that's probably where it is. I mean, we're talking more about the firepower of South Mildura, and I think that's the thing. Ogan's probably going to be trying to find out where they can get their firepower from, whereas we already know where South Mildura is going to get theirs. South Mildura don't need to change the magnets around, and that's the key thing. Whereas, as you said, I mean, you're probably going to have to throw the magnets around a little bit more being Ogan, but they're sacrificial magnets that you're throwing around. I mean, they're not going to make you any stronger or any better. So sometimes you go with the devil, better the devil you know. But as you said, if they can lock down Johnson and they can lock down Willsmore getting that ball forward, they're going to be really, really hard to be able to get a score big enough to beat the Doggies.
And South as a club, boys, are chock-a-block, aren't they, at the moment? 18s, 16s reserves have all gone through over the weekend, so their confidence is at an all-time high. I expect a bumper turnout on Sunday. They'll have a lot of fans that haven't been to the footy in a long time coming out to have a look, I reckon.
People forget how big a following South Mildura actually have. And back in the days of, the late 90s, early 2000s, back at number 3, it was so good to play at that ground because they had a huge following. So next weekend, as we said, I mean, Ogan, we know they've got a super following. South Mildura, I'm expecting